Sorry for the delay, gentlemen. It has been a busy morning. I woke up late. I had to make food. I rushed to had to, of course, clean up my face a little bit for the camera. And we are going to be on to the biggest stream of the week. At least in my opinion, it's the biggest stream of the week. Which is where we're going to go through and we are going to go over everybody's models that have been submitted for Sunday stream models. That is what we are going to do. And it's going to be fantastic. Hello Joshua, and welcome. Whalecome, even. We've got one person here so far, but don't worry, people are going to trickle in, I promise. Much like a man with an inflated prostate, eventually the pee will get out. Welcome, Marco. Good day, Keith Moore, and welcome to you as well. You guys like the video today? I put a lot of time into it. It has underperformed, which is real sad to me. I'm like, oh no. Oh, thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate it. That's it's very generous of you to do so. You know, as you guys know, that this is what I've been doing full time. Yeah, like it's doing this every week is the highlight of my week personally. I like the editing way more, to be honest. Yeah, that's just the thing, and it's easier to do too.
Just a small thank you for doing this every week.
But yeah, like the editing on it is a different technique and a different style. I'd match the tone of the video more as well. Oh no, Keith Moore going out there abusing the children. New players entering the hobby. He's like, get out of here! Get out of here, kid! This is a man's hobby! He's playing with toy soldiers. No! No, please, no! It's like, get out of here, kid! Get out of here! Oh, terrible. Terrible. I don't understand why some people just want to watch the world burn. Yeah, that's the one I came out with today, man. Josh, that's the big one from today. It was a different style of video. It's likely to be the same style I do for the next video, which is going to be titled "How Total War Saved Warhammer Fantasy." So that is the next one on the horizon. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how well that one does. Yeah, this one did not do well. This is not gonna lie. I really enjoyed making it. I thought it was probably my best video so far, and no one really cared. Like, I appreciate that the people on the channel liked it, and that they hit like and they enjoyed it. Of course, you know, like I appreciate that. But I can look at the metrics behind it. I was like, oh. Where's your streaming license, you cheeky bugger? Oh, come on now. Don't be like that, governor. But, going out there, he's just like, kid, this is your man sport, just punches him in the head. I win! Give it time, I think they'll get more traction over time. Yeah, I hope so, but like, it's even got the lowest impressions rate of any more recent video I've done. I'm like, oh man, this is like, you know, they gave out a lot of impressions and the percentage is real low compared to what I normally get. I normally get between 5 to 10%, and this one's sitting at like 2 or 3%. I was like, oh, like people are not having it. I guess I hit a little too close to home. Brother Captain Tycho, you know, he was a great man, and people still miss him, and they wish he was alive. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning. Everyone sees the picture of Tycho's face as the thumbnail, like, they killed Tycho! They took him away from me! It's like, dude, you're 18 years old. Tycho died 20 years ago. Sitting there sobbing on camera. I can't. Kill my favorite character! It's like, did you read any of his books? No! Thank you very much, Hamish. No, I try to put out quality content, and, you know, nobody watches it, and that's fine. Some people are getting butthurt when they hear the truth. I don't think that many people are getting butthurt. It has a 100%. It has a 100% like ratio. There's no downvotes on the video. I'm sure now that I've said that, someone will downvote it, which is fine. But the interactions on it are all positive. It's just not capturing a new audience at all. Like, nobody who doesn't follow the channel is into it, and just I'm sure people have busy days. They can't watch a 14-minute video like out of nowhere all the time, right? Hello, Aaron Scott, and welcome. So like, it's just the way it is. I did expect it to do a little bit better than it did. I did expect it to get a bit of a better click-through rate than it got. So it's disappointing to see, but such is life. 5 Custodes and a Blade Champion destroyed a Plague Crawler in 1 round of melee. Ah, Keith. Beating up children. My god. Terrible. Just terrible. Going in there, beating up the kids. Can't believe it. The level of harassment and abuse. It's just unbelievable. Were you the first person in the comment? I can tell you that, actually. I think you were the first or second from what I saw. Let me see. Let me see. I have the power to view these things. Yes, you were the first person to comment on that video. Absolutely. Yep. Just closing a bunch of shit here. Let's do that. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Meaningful thought out content? Nah. Meme videos insult? Yeah, let's go! I'm like, it's not even a hype video either. I'm just trying to have a more meaningful idea behind why I do videos. Yeah, no, I agree. It was very good. I wish more people had an opportunity to enjoy it, Chris. Yeah, like just to see the quality of Tycho compared to the other characters. Grimaldus, I will die on this world. I will die on Armageddon. Captain Tycho, Horus! Brother, Tycho has been taken by the Black Rage. Send him into the orcs. I'm a big fan of Curios' channel, but I normally only catch his stuff a week or two after he posts. I'm actually in the same boat as that. I usually don't catch it same day. I do watch his stuff. I like Curios. Oh no, I'm not saying I won't get there, but it's just, even compared to my normal videos, it's actually, like, trending down. I'm like, oh, I lost 2 subscribers. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll gain some subs on this video, and then it's like, no, maybe not. maybe not. Oh no, we didn't get anywhere good, boys. We didn't get anywhere good. That's awesome. It's just like, oh man, maybe I should have just not. That's all I thought to myself. I'm like, oh, maybe this was a bad one. Maybe I don't know. But like, I knew it was a good one because I enjoyed watching it myself, and like that doesn't mean it's good necessarily. But you've got to be able to measure it. If it entertains me, it's got to be able to entertain a larger audience. I know we're just shooting the shit right now, for the record. So like, we will get to the meat of the stream in about 10 minutes. As you know, this is just the part where we talk together and we wait for people to basically roll in. The subscribers were weak Finecast models. They won't survive the duffel bag of destruction. They were weak. It's like, oh no. Hey, it's Rudy. Welcome, Rudy. I see you've got a few submissions, I believe, this week, so we'll be happy to go over those. It's gonna be awesome. Good evening, Big Red and everyone in chat. Hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's well as well. If people aren't well, I don't like it. You stop that. Remember, guys, it's that time of the day. William Wright. Welcome, William Wright. Whalecome, even. Bow to Frog. I have a feeling that William might be Frog. I think a lot of people are like that, catching the videos later on. Only problem is it causes schedule conflicts. Only in Algaroth, only feed Algaroth's rage. I know, right? No, there will be a Warhammer Fantasy video that I release today. Well, not today. Tomorrow. I'm hoping to have it ready for it. So I'm hoping to have Warhammer Fantasy written tonight, recorded tonight, and edited tomorrow. So it'll be released tomorrow, or it will be released on Tuesday. We will be doing Warhammer Total War when it comes out. I will be live streaming it on the channel. I have no problem doing that. It will be fine. It's going to be my main opportunity to play the game, to be honest. But I do really want to make sure that I talk about. I really want to talk about, you know, like the old world before I just jump into streaming it, right? Where's Batman? Where's he? Oh my goodness! What are you doing? What are you doing, Frog? Frog, you do this all the time. What are you doing, and why are you doing it? He's posting with different pictures. He's having like a weird meltdown on stream. It's great. I was well, then I stuffed my face with cake, and now not so well. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. We've got a low number of people hyped for Sunday stream models this week. Not that I'm complaining, but many people are down with the Sunday stream models, it would seem. Nobody likes the Sunday stream models anymore. Maybe we should cancel it. I want to stuff myself with cake, and yet I do not have the money for cake. So I may have to go with muffins or cupcakes, something less expensive. Those who cannot afford the cake will be turned into the cake, Mark Davey. I'm here, face me! Face me! There's a great Canadian content creator for Mech Warrior Online. He doesn't do much content anymore because Mech Warrior Online's a dead game, but his name is The Beef, and it's B33F. And The Beef has to be one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. He's a French Canadian, and in fact, I've watched him so much. I even picked up some of his lingo. Not French, but like some of the ways, just like, you know, to enhance this experience yet evermore. You know, stuff like that. I say that from time to time because I watched so much of his stuff. And one of my favorite things Beef ever did is he's the one who invented the Dire Star, which is this battle mech with 15 ERPPCs, which will one-shot an enemy mech if he hits it anywhere, and will kill itself if it fires more than 3 or 4 times. And so what ends up happening is he has this thing called the Dire. Like when he was running around in the Dire Star, he was doing all these recordings and he spliced them all into this video. And he has this one line. That's what this reminds me of when William Wright put this in. When Frog put this in, he goes, "Face me!" As he just shoots this other assault mech in one shot and kills it. And then later on, he shouts into the mic, "Face the storm!" As he just takes out one of the best players in Mech Warrior Online with a shot in the dark, far away. It's got to be one of my favorite things. If you ever do have an opportunity to look it up, it is called the Dire Star, which is it's an informative video that he puts together, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I love The Beef. This is The Beef speaking. So, like, I do fully recommend it. I know that not many BattleTech or Mech Warrior fans in here, but I just have to let you guys know that it is absolutely hilarious. Even if you don't know much about BattleTech, it is actually really funny. He does a great job. He makes meme mechs, and he just runs around and ruins everyone's day. It's just terrible. Greetings, Jorg, and welcome to the big red 40k stream of the day. Welcome. It's going to be a wonderful day. We're going to have stream models today, though, boys. That's the plan. Get all those models out on the stream. It's going to be very exciting. Very exciting indeed. So yeah, 5 minutes before we start checking out models. Tell your friends. It's the big stream of the week. We don't got many people in here right now, but that's okay. Only the top quality are here today. Welcome to Sunday. William Wright. Oh my goodness. William, I gotta know. When did the trauma come in? When did the head trauma begin? Ah, it's Super Bowl. Fair enough. I don't follow that at all, so that makes sense. Plot armor is one thing, but what about heavies, unit characters that are there to make main characters look good, but said heavies become weak and often lose? Yeah, I mean, like, that's an issue. Again, I am much for changes to how they handle that. They're not going to. They like the current model. They moved away from the model of characters dying, which I think is very disappointing. I mean, they killed one Cadian guy on the I love it. Cadia dies, and then one Cadian character eats it. It's like, not all of them. You guys didn't even have the balls to kill Creed. It's like, come on. Rotation is key. Oh, Yord coming out there just laying down facts like he's... Oh my goodness. T-minus 3 minutes and 30 seconds, boys. 3 minutes and 30 seconds before glory is had by all. Let's get the display ready. That's that one. William Wright's having a whole conversation to himself. It's incredible. I'm very proud of you, William. Very proud of you indeed. Have you ever kit bashed a possessed tank? No, but I've kit bashed a possessed dreadnought before. Back when I was much younger. I made a Nurgle dreadnought out of a box knot. Add some pictures to stream models, but probably won't be here when you get to them in the bottom list. Oh no! Come on, Keith. Come on, Keith. Don't be like that, Keith. No Obliterator character, no Chaos Vehicle character, no nothing. So sad. I know it is sad. It's sad that people still play Chaos Space Marines. That's what Games Workshop thinks. I'm sorry. I had to. It's this thing of like, will he take the bait? Will he grab it with both hands? Guys, we are going to get started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we hit the stream model goodness. Guys, we have over 20 people concurrently watching right now. You know the question I have to ask. I know some of you will dip out because I asked it, but if you would be so kind, if you would be so good as to like this stream if you're enjoying your time here today, I appreciate it. We need to fight Algaroth. Algaroth has already crushed my video from earlier today, scattering his innards across the YouTube algorithm. That video died faster than Brother Captain Tycho. So I need your help, brothers. I need your help. It was not strong like the Eldritch Omens video. No, it was weak. Agrax just looked at your Instagram. Insanity became... Thank you very much, Agrax. I sincerely appreciate it. Yeah, like, we run stream models for the community today. So today, we're basically going over what other people do on stream. During the week. So we're going to take a look at the models they worked on. We're going to talk about what painting techniques we saw. We're going to talk about what might be able to be improved and what we like and what we don't like. And, we go over the whole thing with everybody. It's all very friendly. There's only been one model forever shamed, which is the horrified Captain Kamasariaric, and I know Axe is repainting him, and we will show that his work in progress. It is looking significantly better than Horrified Yarick. Horrified Yarick is definitely the king of the server, though. It has to be my favorite thing. It's so bad, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, but it's so bad. Oh, it's so brutal. I love it. But welcome, Agrax. I'm hugely appreciative of anybody who joins on. We are doing our best to basically do the channel full time, where we go over all this stuff full time. So, is the music okay, guys, or is it too loud? Here, let's pull this back up. Algaroth be damned. Curse you, Algaroth! Curse you. Just lining up the first set of models, boys. This week's first submissions come from Jagerbomb. Jagerbomb is the first one out there who submitted 7 pictures this week. He has broken the sacred rule of 6. I don't know how we're gonna have to feel about this one, boys. I don't know how we feel about this one. Submitting 7 pictures. What a selfish display. We've got a great one, it looks like, from Warsmith Old Gear this week is another one. Of course, Vulcan is always providing incredible models for us to look at. So this is going to be a very great week. We've got a lot of really talented folks putting out a lot of really great looking models. So that is going to be what today's stream is, my friends. Welcome to the stream models. I know he's a heretic. Yep. Hello and welcome, Vulcan. Welcome. We're actually just getting started, so we're going to be hitting that. Please forgive, I got carried away. Nurgle approves, music is good. Terrible Jagerbomb. Into the duffel bag with him. Into the duffel bag with him! He must be thrown into the duffel bag of destruction. So, this is how this is gonna go, boys. We're gonna pop open my other video, my other window in just a second here. We're transferring that now. Everybody, start your engines because, oh boy, here we go. Boom. So, Jagerbomb. Vulcan's coming in with the smash that like button, boys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we're going to go to here. I'm going to pull this back up. All right. So we have on here now. Actually, you know what? I just got a brilliant idea. I can take this screen and put it over there. I'm a genius now. I've become a god. Anyway, so first we start with Jagerbomb. Jagerbomb is coming in with his next group of infiltrators, it looks like. He's done something I did, actually, which is he converted them to have knives more so than just the pouches, which I like. But you know what? He is drilling them now, but some of those barrels ain't drilled, son. Some of those barrels ain't drilled. Shameful display. A shameful display. But he's got the undersuits painted. Very good. He's gone through. He's been adding in recess washing, as we've talked about before, which is good. The red itself is... which red are you using, Jagerbomb, if I dare ask? Like, if I dare ask, which red are you using as your base color red on these guys? Because I really like your yellows, but I would like to know which one you're using for your reds, if I dare ask. Also, just so you know, there is, if you look in the hands, part of the hands have the undersuit. Okay, Mephiston red. Okay. I think it's just you just have a weird color on your camera that saturates it weird. But remember, if you look on the hand of the right guy there, you'll see that in the inside of the palm, it's all the same undersuit as the outer armor. That doesn't mean you have to paint it by any means, but just saying a lot of people miss that. In the hands, they actually have the undersuit there as well. Other than that, I really like the yellow. Again, I don't know what you're doing with your metallics. I'm not huge on the metallics, but they do seem improved from other weeks. That's good. Again, your recess shading. So overall, as per usual, we see improvements. Absolutely. Red is nice, but would use a purple wash on it. Yeah, the red, it almost... he's been doing a null and oil pin washing on it, or recess shading on it. which is good. But I think part of it's also his camera, where like I think it's oversaturating some of the colors. But I love your lenses, and I love the yellow helmets. Those are really nice, and you do a really good skull mask too. Handy Bear, which purple? What do you mean which purple? There's a lot of purples. Usually Druchii Violet would just be a wash. Would be the one I would be saying. Up close shot of it. A little grainy. I wonder where that I wonder, like, this is very grained, actually. If I hate to ask, Jagerbomb, are you, what primer are you using on these guys, if I dare ask? Because I think that might even be from the primer, I think. Just because, this is, it's not the end of the world by any means, but I'm noticing this grain over top of the models. It's like a texture. So I am curious as to what would be causing that. I hope you're doing well, and I see you. Oh, have a great day, Hugh. Looks like something that when you spray in humid or cold weather. Yeah, it's one reason why I haven't been able to spray much, because it's been too humid where I am. Oh, now we are on to Vulcan. Look upon him and know him, my friends. This is some of the work of Vulcan Lives. It's a Star Wars miniature, so I'm going to forgive him. Merely because I'm a forgiving person. Simple techniques applied well. Oh, that's trouble here. Are you alright, Stormlord? Are you okay, man? Is everything alright? You're having a really bad day. Like, I mean, we all do from time to time, but I just want to make sure you're alright before I move on. Have a great one, Hugh. I appreciate you being here, mate. I really do. It's called Pre-Heresy, not Star Wars. Oh boy. J-Train just coming in and laying down the facts. Beautiful snow base. I do like that. We've got the very nice gray. It's mostly dry brush, but that's fine. Prototype Sentinel Walker. Remember what I've said. Simple techniques applied well will have brilliant outcomes. They just will. And you can see that very much here. It's very simple. It looks like you used 3 colors. I think you used 3 colors, Vulcan. If I'm not mistaken, to basically get it up to this point. You've got your base, you've got your secondary highlight, and then you've got your final highlight, I'm guessing. I know you've also got a wash. I think you recess shaded it as well. There's no real complaints you can put on this. It's very clean, very nice looking. Some people might weather it more. I wouldn't, personally. So, just saying that some people are like, it needs more weathering. I'm like, boo this man. Boo, it's a beautiful, independent Sentinel Walker. It doesn't need your approval. Oh, okay. No worries, Stormlord. I just wanted to make sure you're doing alright, man. So, you know, it'll get better. Alright. Another shot of it, another angle, another direction, the lay of the land. Beautiful. This is a really beautiful model, Vulcan. This is sincerely just spectacular. If you ever find yourself doing another, I bet you'll do a great kit bash and scav version of the Mando. Oh boy. What's this? Vulcan. You know what? I see your sins, Vulcan. Look at that mold line. Look at it, Vulcan. It cannot be unseen. It cannot be unseen, Vulcan. Your crimes are many, Vulcan. Look upon them in your moment of triumph. You are struck down. I love it. No, I'm just kidding. The model looks fantastic. I love it. It's like, look at it. Look at it. But no, these are great, man. I love what you've done here. I really do. Oh, now this guy. This guy is the top. This is the top of the mountain, my friends. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful boy. Oh my goodness. I love the lightning effect. Look at that lightning effect. You can always see that crackle, that sparkle coming off of it. It's always so good. It really is. Look at that. And you can even see, get this, look at the axe head, the halberd head, rather, okay? See the orb in the middle there? He didn't just paint the orb one color. He first painted it like the rest of the staff, and then he carefully painted around it, so it looks like it's all glowing. It's the OSL effect all across that. Yup, there it is, boys. There it is. We've already talked about how he does a great job on his grays and greens. We're not going to go back into that. Look at that accent. Look at that. That halberd is fantastic. That is very well done. Very well done indeed. So, to answer that, Donald, what he does is he takes, I believe, paper clips or other fine metal. He bends it into place and inserts it with the model, and he basically places them across, arcing out of it, and then he paints over it. So then that has the effect of the lightning arcing out of the blade. Oh yeah, chest plate looks really good. Absolutely. Vulcan does great work, guys. Like, he really does. Oh, then we've got the Imperial Guard Command diorama. Very nice. Oh, people always like guides, Vulcan. I'm pretty sure I got it in one, though. I'm pretty sure I got it. Again, very well done. Very well done indeed. Ah, here we go. Now it is time for a Chaplain. A Reaver Chaplain. Why is this model not in Phobos? Why is this model not in Phobos, Vulcan? Come on, Vulcan. It's a Phobos helmet. It should be a No, I'm just kidding. I love it. This is great. This is very good. I always dig it. This is one of my favorite models out of the Indominus set, too. I love this model. Fantastic. And then, of course, we have another shot of the big, scary tank. The big gun coming out of the front. I believe this is another one from Jagerbomb. Yeah, there's no grainy effect on this one. Yeah. Imperial, everybody's got a skull helmet. Just buy a box of Reavers, man. The previous models were all Vulcans. Now we're back on to Jagerbomb. Ah, I don't think we've got Warsmith here right now. I don't think we've got him here right now, so I'm going to send him a message to say that this looks absolutely stunning. He's got a bunch of shots from this. Look at this. So this is from Warsmith Olgier. This is his custom Iron Warriors Warsmith. This is absolutely fantastic. There's no two ways about this. Look at this model. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. All custom as far as I can tell. I don't know how much of it's 3D printed. I know the head's off a Tech Marine. I don't know where he got everything for this from. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He's got other angles for it too. Look at the OSL effect. Look at that OSL effect. Perturabo would be ashamed of himself. Look at the axe. This is some great work, guys. I'm not even joking. Like, this is very nice. I always tell people, like, you know, you'll always be improving as you continue to paint. As you get older, you will always improve. This is a fantastically done miniature. Are there things you could do? Of course, there's things anybody can do. A little bit of touch-up work down here, for instance, but like, it's still an absolutely stunning model. That OSL effect on the back of the axe and the head, though, that's the king. The model itself is spectacular. So he's done a great job converting this model as well. But like, for me, it's really it's a bunch of simple techniques applied well, and in the case of the OSL effect, an advanced technique on top of those simple techniques to make it pop. That's what makes this type of stuff beautiful. This is a beautiful model. I really have to say that. Like, this is really well done. Look at that axe. I think it's a grinder axe, isn't it? That's one of the axes from the corpse grinders from Necromunda, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what that one is, isn't it? It's Perturabo would have him executed for looking too sweet. RT is correct. Perturabo, I love the character, but he's a petulant man-child. He'd be like, "You believe yourself better than me, boy." He's like, "Master, I did it only to seek your approval." "You're not better than me." Just grabs him. Splits him in two. All the other Iron Warriors is sitting there like, "Oh, Master has destroyed him. Why? Why?" "Why, Father? Why do you hate us? You dare." It's the Lord of Contagion Axe. Yeah. Pain in my right thumb for some reason. Alright. We're gonna go to the next one, boys. Next model's coming up. Oh, that looks awesome. Memo. That is a great looking model. More great looking models, guys. We've got great looking models today. Genuinely, I feel very privileged this stream to be able to go over everything that people have been putting together. And now we are going on to the last models from the Blasphemer, Jagerbomb, with his 7 uploads today. The Blasphemer. He has blasphemed against the channel. His crimes will not be forgotten. Oh my. Oh my. Alright. Your crimes will not be forgotten. Kind of ironic Fulgrim treats him a similar way and uses him. Oh, brutal. So, we've got Memo next, and that is a cool model. The Traitor Sister of Battle character. Now, I love what he's done with this model. I love the backpack. I love everything like that. I love the bone effect and the gold effect. He does a very nice one on that. The one thing I will say is, though, again, with the metals in some cases, I don't know what's causing all this spacing. That's the one thing that I am critical of on these, is it's that weird pigment spacing that seems to happen with a lot of his metallics. But the gold is really nice. The bone. Look at that bone. Genuinely, guys, like, look at that. It's mostly dry brushing, but it's well done, and he hits certain areas on the highest point without dry brushing. Traitor Serratus, Heresy. Yeah, this is really well done. I really do dig this. I love the helmet, too. And here we go, boys. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not absolutely fantastic? Look at what he's done here. So, obviously the model itself, he built his own legs. It's not even the Forge World kit. He built his own legs. He's put all the chains there dangling from the middle and from the arms and everything like that. But the real thing that makes this really fantastic, I can see it right now. So one quick thing, the yellow's hard, especially with the dark undercoat. But screw the yellow. Look at all the staining. This is beautiful. It's okay, Jagerbomb. I just like making fun. That you don't need to do that. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it. When I saw the 7 uploads, I'm like, He has betrayed this channel. But no, the thing I'm actually the most impressed by, and the yellow's actually better up.
I hope this super chat helps redeems me in the eyes of the chat and your eyes too. I got carried away. I did start drilling my barrels too. Peace. Embarrassed smiley face.
But it's all this here. It's all this here. Look at all that. That's beautiful. Very well done. You can see all the skull details in here. Again, his yellows are great. And you know what's interesting? Is there's less of that grainy effect on his outer armor panels this time. Oh, very cool, Steel Legion Kane. We're going to be live streaming it. And my next video is going to be about how Warhammer Total War saved Warhammer Fantasy. We're going to be doing a breakdown of that. How long the video ends up being? God, I hope it's not too long. So. Look at that. So well done. I'm sorry for dragging on this one, but this one is really well done. This is the base for it, because of course. Thank you very much, Steel Legion Kane. Steel Legion Kane would like to remind everyone to like the video. Oh, look at this. Very nice. Very, very nice. Perfect. What a brutal looking model, and it's very well done. And again, less of that pigment problem, which is good. I always dig it. Very dark, very grimy, very brutal. Very good. Very good. Kane just keeps on going out there. Remember! Remember to like the video! Remember! Remember! That would make an awesome warlord. Yeah, well, this is supposed to be one of Perturabo's bodyguards, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Look at the backpack you did. Look at that. All the chains. Beautiful. Oh, boy. Memo's on fire today. I think these are meant to be his salamanders, I think. Oh yeah, I think he used part of the aircraft cockpit here. Oh no, not a Tau. How dare you? How dare you, Memo? Damn you. Tau are your friends. Killing them like this is wrong. Again, does a very good job with a very vibrant green. It's in such stark contrast to the other colors, but it's really well done. These look really great. And I love his bronze. You guys know I love a good bronze. So the bronze on here is just absolutely spectacular. Absolutely fantastic. Even if I have to be critical of the fact that he killed a good boy. Is that green stuff on it? Where? Green stuff where? For the flaming pauldrons? I don't believe it is. I skipped your picture. Did I? No, Argo, your one's still up, dude. See? Yours are still there, man. We'll get to them. They're on there. They're on the docket, I promise. We'll still get to it. Jaeger's blasphemous submissions. So, good note, Jaeger went through and he drilled his barrels. And they looked very good. I love that skull face. Very good skull face. Again, the medals, I don't really get how you do your medals, Jaeger, but I really like what you've done with the skull face on this guy. I really like how you've done your blacks. Your reds are pretty good on these ones, and the drilled barrels are very nice, as always. Big points for anybody who drills them barrels. The one before that... Hold on. Just give me a second here, Argo. Oh, sorry about that, Argo. Sorry about that, man. We'll get to that one after we've gone through... We'll get to that one in this listing, I promise. Would you recommend to drill weapon? What would you recommend? Oh, you can get a hobbying drill bit, Halo. They're very small. Do I have one up on? Yeah, so this is an example of one of them. They come with different size heads on them. Let's put them in, drill. Away you go. Doesn't take long. Small drill bits. Smallest ones typically used for, Space Marine bolters, things like that. Thicker ones are for thicker caliber weapons. You know, I drill all my barrels. All of them. They all get the drill, baby. Ares is next to me. Oh, up close. I like the helmet. I like the helmet. I like the eyes. I like the drilled. Oh, mold lines. Mold lines, Jaeger. Why? Why would you do this to me? Why would you make me do this? Why would you make me do that, Halo? No, Jaeger. Come on, Jaeger. Come on. This appears to be evil possessed Celestine, I believe. Yeah, she looks like evil possessed Celestine. If she's not, forgive me. But she, hey, how's it going, Bonsai Kitty Gaming? Welcome. She definitely looks, maybe she's not evil and possessed, but she looks evil possessed, man. She looks evil and possessed, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, Argo. And then we have what appears to be a Khorne Chaos Space Marine. Steel Legion Kane, of course, reminding everyone, as per usual, to like this video. Thank you, Steel Legion Kane. The only barrels that I can't drill are some of the guard weapons. They are so damn small. I have drilled all of my guard weapon barrels, Joshua. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. How dare you? You're just not dedicated enough. For chaos, says Stormlord Rising. What's who knows with chaos, right? They're definitely Khorne. Ah, Mitchie. I don't think we have Mitchie in the chat right now. That's so sad. I'm gonna message him and just be like, Mitchie, why? Sending a quick message to Mitchie. Ah, Mitchie! Mitchie, I summoned thee. Yeah, no, I just sent him a message. But no, I dig it. It does look like he's got a bit of dust on here. But, man, I love Warhammer Fantasy. I'm not sure which model this is from. Is it a 3D print, maybe? Or from another game? But it still looks great. You did a really good job. The skin's hard to do for some folks. But I really love the armor. I really love the armor. I love the bloodied hatchet. Oh, the bloodied Warhammer at the end of it. He got frosted, sadly. Oh no! No! And now we have Argo. Argo has decided to show us his rock band. These are not Chaos Space Marines. They are just a religious rock band for the god of Slaanesh. They go and they do tours across the Imperium of Man. They rock on. You know, they go out there. They're there to basically provide you with a lot of awesome rock and roll. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. The Imperium signs off on it because it's good for morale. It's real good. You know what, Josh? You've done a fine job with some of the other stuff you've done, and what I would recommend is always paint the head separate from the body, and dry brushing is your friend. Contrast and dry brushing when it comes to skin. That's how I did my Minotaurs, and they look good. Are they the best? No, but they do look good, and there's some, again, simple techniques applied well. Anybody can do a skin job now. I promise. I promise. Totally not Chaos Space Marines are amazing. I agree. They're 100% not Chaos Space Marines because they look too good to be Chaos Space Marines. But no, sincerely, very well done. I dig it. I very much dig it. And you know what? I've always loved this particular Chaos Lord. I really wish they scaled him up. Oh yeah, like the Soul Hunter trilogy Stormlord Rising is amazing. Alright guys, let's move on to the next models. from Sunday Stream Models today. Let's see here. Oh, there's a lot. I like it. I like the submissions. Alright, here we go. J-Train. Ah, J-Train sharing with us today. Very nice. I dig it. We'll take a deeper look at this guy shortly, but I really like what I'm seeing here. Too many Marine submissions, Jaeger. Too many. We'll take a look at your intercessors because we haven't seen those yet, but too many submissions, Jagerbomb. I can't just keep on doing Jagerbomb submissions. It's not fair, and it's not how we do Sunday stream models, Jaeger. So we will go over a few more of them, but there's too many submissions, so I will have to skip by some of them. I want to make sure that everybody who gets their stuff on here, because I don't just want to say that's a nice model, I want to talk about what people do with their miniatures. So you'll notice I talk about, like, oh hey, that's the red, oh hey, that's how they did this, I can see that. I don't just want to make it, oh hey, isn't this a nice model, everybody? You'll note I talked about what techniques I see people using, and what I don't know, I ask questions about it and things like that. I ask questions about the models, and hopefully people are here to answer those questions, and if not, we just move on. But I very much, I'm curious about what people do with their stuff, because, like, you know, so many people have so many fascinating things to show with what they've done, and it helps us all learn. How did you do that? Oh, that's fascinating. That's how they did that, etc. So, oh, we've got Saxon with his first submission as well. All right, Rudy's after that, but we're going to go over all the ones we've done up here first. Again, thank you everybody for joining me here so far today on Sunday Stream Models. If you're enjoying your time here, please consider leaving a like. Please consider joining us if you're new here. We do Sunday Stream Models every week. We do other streams every single week. And on top of that, we do videos periodically as well. So I know many people leave as soon as I say this, so forgive me in advance. I hope that you all find it in your hearts to forgive me. All right. Just be 1 second here. Sorry, somebody just messaged me. That's out of the way. Okay. Okay, then. Let's head back over to the stream. Perfect. So, bam! We are right over here to our friend J-Train with his two, these are 2 dreadnoughts he's constructed. They are 2 Contemptor dreadnoughts with 2, I believe, J-Train, these are both the plastic, Contemptor dreadnought that you've heavily converted, I take it. Stern Models helps me paint a lot, gives me a lot of critique and criticism, letting me be sure to submit in 1 week. Oh, that's very cool. Sorry, 1 second here. So yeah, J-Train, you were killed. Well, you killed it. It's one of my favorite models I've seen on stream from this week. Yeah, the monopose ones from Battle from Calth. Yeah, they're the plastic ones. I really dig it. I like what you did to the knees too. So you can see that he's added a bunch of pipes all over it. He's changed out the heads. He's taken the arms and he's doubled up both of them. So one's 2 close combat, one's twin assault cannon. He's got the servos in the legs. This is very nice. It's well painted too. Goes through, does iron on the whole thing. He's highlighted up. You can see where the highlights are. He's done the yellow on the shoulders. He's done the gold trim where necessary. He's done the yellow there. It looks like he did 1 or 2 shades of yellow and then did a wash over top of it. That's totally fine, especially with the tone of these models. Black is very nice, very straight, very smooth. Transfers were added and then dirtied up after the fact. I enjoy that. Overall, you can even see, of course, the weathering around the feet. J-Train has done a really good set of miniatures here. Very good. Look at that hand. That's great. Again, decal on the second leg there too, dirtied up along with everything else. Very nice. Very nice bases too. I really have to stress, I really like these bases. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I like this one. I really like this one. I always love the twin cannons. Brup, 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 brup. Hey, you'll note my Chaos Knight's the same way. So I always love that. Just, you know, the twin Gatling cannons just walking out there, just putting fire down range. Very nice. Now we've got Jagerbomb with 2 of his last submissions. These are some of his intercessors. We have not seen many of his intercessors, which is why I put this one up. Very nice black, very solid gold or bone on the chest. Again, his camera's kind of saturated, so it's sometimes hard to tell. I'm still not sure what he's doing with his medals. It could use with a bit of highlights in some areas, but it's fine as it is. I really like this guy. He's drilled all of his barrels. He's got this guy even running, which is very nice. But as I said, you know, prior, as I said, there's too many submissions here. So we're not going over all of them. Ah, behold! Look upon it and know it, my friends. So I believe that this one, I just want to make sure I'm remembering correctly. From Hamish. Hamish has been going through, and I believe he has been retrofitting his Terminators, because what we talked about when we saw Hamish's Terminators a couple weeks ago was that he had just gone through and done a contrast job on them, which is fine. And we pointed out it was fine, but I'm like, you know what would make these things pop? Dry brushing. Just go through, get a lighter color, dry brush over top of it. You use these types of brushes, you'll have a great result. And look at the results. He showed us the first of those results last week. These are the new results now, and it is absolutely spectacular. This has taken his models from a good area to a higher area. And that's all you can ever ask for. You can only ever ask for getting further ahead than you were before. That's what matters. As long as you're progressing, as long as you're learning, as long as you're refining your painting techniques, you will always be happier with what you produce next time. There's always a better bridge to cross. There's always a better model in the future, because you're going to be a better painter, and you're going to be a better hobbyist, and you're going to be better at learning these techniques and how to apply them. And I am super happy for Hamish that he's gone through, and he's like, literally, when I first saw them, like, these look pretty okay. But I'm like, you know what would make them look really okay, though? if you just go up on top of it and add a little bit more. It's not, and it's, you know what? And it's not like, I don't take any credit in any way for it. I'm just here to help you guys out. But I'm very much more proud when people are able to take something that they can just add that little bit of extra effort into. That's all it takes, just a little bit of extra effort, and you're there. You're there. You've now got a beautiful, like, and I remember praising his bronze from the very start. I love Hamish's bronze. But for me, it's making the opaque white pop that is just super exciting to see compared to where it is now. What an absolutely spectacular advancement he's made. He has basically done something that I really wanted to make a lot of this channel about. I really wanted to make this channel about people, you know, a big portion of the main portion of Warhammer for me is the models, as you guys know. So if I'm even able to help out a little bit, just a little bit, it's super, like, you know, you can never take credit for it, because it's not, I didn't do any of this work. All I do is I just go, hey, what about this? What about that? And, you know, you guys have seen my own models. They're not perfect either, but it is hugely rewarding for me to see somebody take their hobby to the next level. And if I had even a little bit to do with that, even a small bit, it's very, very gratifying for me. It's a big dopamine rush. I've got the big dopamine rush right now. Like, oh, that's amazing. Like I have to say, man, I absolutely love these things. I absolutely love where you've taken these things. I love how you've advanced your hobby. You've done such a great job here, man. Like, you know, hats off to you. And again, for Jagerbomb as well. Jagerbomb has made huge steps from where Jagerbomb was when he first got here to where he is now. It's hugely gratifying to see him happier with his models. That's why he's posting so many of them. So I want to point out, I'm not mad at Jagerbomb at all. Like, he's excited, but like, I just have to try to follow the rules. But you know, like, we're seeing people who came to us with, even people who are experienced painters who come here. And it's not me. Other people make recommendations in the chat. We share links. We talk about stuff. We talk about stuff on the Discord. We talk amongst each other on these videos. I can't take credit for this. But you know, when I say he came to us, I mean we came as a community. He came here. We basically collectively talked about where it was and where it can go. And in some cases, like someone like Vulcan, you know, outside of missing his mold line earlier today, Vulcan. So outside of stuff like that, Vulcan is a very advanced painter, and I've given some advice here and there before, but very little, because it's very hard for me to give advice, because I think he's even just a little bit, not much, but a little bit of a better painter than I am. But, you know, in the case of a lot of these other things, like everybody on here who's been posting week on week with newer miniatures that they've been working on, or newer miniatures they were working on, or miniatures that they're refitting from before. I know Axe has been working on a new version of his old Kamasariaric. He stripped the paint off it. He's doing it again, and it does look better. You see, like, that is something that I really have to stress to everybody. One of the best things I didn't expect to happen when I started doing Sunday stream models is seeing for myself, because we've been doing Sunday stream models for a month now. I think it's a month. Over the last month, I have been seeing people who, you know, were, you know, even good painters. I'm not saying you guys are bad painters, for the record, but when I say good painters, I mean like people who are at a very high level. You know, I've even seen them make advancements in their paintings since they've been showing stuff on stream, and it's hugely rewarding for me to see it. You know, like I'm very jealous even. Yeah, it's weird. I'm timing every mood on the stream is timed to the music, it would seem. But no, it's absolutely spectacular to see. I really have to stress, it's the most gratifying thing I've seen on the channel. And we're like, you know, like it just is what it is. Like, you know, but again, everybody who participates into this, everybody who has had the courage to post their stuff online for us to take a look at and see what's going on, and everybody who even just paints along with us as we do this. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. It's really spectacular to see these types of advancements for myself as you guys grow as painters and hobbyists, and as I do too. You guys are going to see that my painting improves as well. I'm not perfect by any means. My own stuff is, you know, that we either do on stream or that I post later. It's just what I'm able to do, and over time it will improve as well. Jagerbomb. I think we've even seen this model before, Jagerbomb. But I can see you've added some to it. Again, your golds are pretty good. I think you're missing a little bit on the side there. Your golds are quite good. But as I've mentioned, Jagerbomb, as I've mentioned, you submitted too many pictures today. Be excited. It's great to be excited, and you're doing better. You're doing good. You're advancing. I like it. But this man, oh, it's a different speeder. Okay. I'm like, just boo this man. Just boo. I should change Jagerbomb's name into Majin Buu. Knock knock, it's the Inquisition. So next on the list, if I'm not mistaken, it is our friend Pete. Pete has been on here a while. He submits models periodically, and he does a hell of a job. So these, as you all can guess, are Skaven. Oh boy. Paint color, yes. So he has absolutely done a great job with this Gracier. I really very much like this. As you guys know, I'm a big sucker for a beautiful bronze, and there's a beautiful bronze on here. On top of that, he's done a great job with the horns. I really like the sphere. I think there might have been a little bit more depth he could have added around the finger, but even then it still looks really good. The cloak, very, very nice, all highlighted through. It doesn't look like he had dry brushed it either. It looks like he went through and manually highlighted the cloak. There's big props for doing that. Skin's pretty good. It's good, but it is probably lending to the other techniques used on here are a little bit better off than the skin, but the skin still does look good. The eye looks very nice. I think it might benefit from a small dot of orange just in the middle, just a tiny dot. But it still looks really nice. I love the wood. Look at that wood. This It's the little things. That's the thing people have to remember. It's the little things. This wood looks incredibly good, especially at the higher point here. That's the thing I always point out. It's the little things that people will notice that will make your model pop. That's what that does. Very much so. Ah, look at that beautiful bronze. Look at that beautiful warp stone. 2 colors of green, but very well done. 2 colors of green, but very well. 3 colors of green. 3 colors of green on the pipes, boys. I like it. Again, the skin is good, but it's not as good as some of the other techniques used. The fur is actually about as good as the skin in this case. Pretty good. I like the red. He's gone through individually highlighting it. Again, no dry brushing here. This is the no dry brushing club, boys. That is where we are. We have entered no dry brush land. He's like, and I want to point out, Pete has posted some amazing Warhammer Fantasy miniatures for us to view so far. So we are very privileged to get an opportunity to see a lot of true classics that look good. They look great. Not green enough. How dare you, Bonsai? I very much dig it, though. I very much dig it. Ah, Rudy. Rudy has joined us with a great jester of the court. Behold the power of the Harlequins. So, I really like this mask. He's dotted that there. That looks really nice. It looks dotted anyway, I might be wrong. Overall, I like it, man. I dig it. He's gone for the darker shade, the darker tone. He's got the appropriate patchwork along the legs. He's got the staff. I would say the staff is probably the weakest part of the miniature. I don't know how I would paint the staff different, but it does feel a bit out of place compared to the rest of the model. But the model does look good. I do like it. I think that the mask could use with a bit more of a highlight in some respect, maybe a brighter metallic near the middle. But overall, it looks very nice. You know, like, it's very hard to paint. It's very, very hard to paint Harlequins. Harlequins are probably the hardest army in the game to paint. Anybody who's willing to tackle them is a braver man than I. What I will say, though, is look at this. Look at this. On any model, you can always pick out the best parts. Look at this. Cobra insignia, Cobra! Cobra! Oh no. Get out of here, Mark. But look at that. Look at that. That is very nice. Maybe he could make the staff shade the same color. I'm not sure. Like, as I said, like, you know, Rudy's done very good work here today. You know, this is a very nice. I really like the clothing, like the fabric. The fabric is really well done, especially on like the bottom part here. But now I believe this is the work of Miles. So Miles is my fellow Canadian. He is from French Canada. You know, he's a good Quebecer. He can really put the models together. You know, he speaks French as his native language. He's a wonderful person all the same. I'm kidding. I'm not. He's not a French Canadian. But Miles always comes through and paints very, very nice Ultramarines. He does a very good job doing it. Myself, I like the Ultramarines paint scheme, but I really hate painting it. Très bon. So this is a work in progress, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but he does go through and he's basically adds battle damage. He's painted it in. He's painted his primary colors very well. He's done subtle highlights on them in many cases, but I'm not in a place where I want to fully comment on it, just because he is still working on it. There are a few spaces where it's a little thick. The pouch in particular is a little thick, just a little. But overall, this looks very nice. I very, very much like what he puts together for his Ultramarines, so it looks very good. And then this is his base. The Necrons on it. Poor Necrons. Being treated so badly by so many people. He does very good battle damage as well, Stormlord Rising. Poor Necrons. I love the rocks, funnily enough. More so than the Necrons. The actual texture of the base is very nice. Oh boy, we are going back to old Schoolville from Rudy. So we see the before and after. We see the before and after. So this is the old school Harlequin. This is a rogue trader Harlequin. That's right, boys. We're going, yes, I want to go back. Yes, back in time. Wow. So yeah, that's fantastic. I don't have much to say about it because it is a very old model, but it's quite an old school model, my friends. So I'm not sure if this is a work in progress. I do know it looks very unique. I think Archaon himself is definitely done. I don't know what to think of his mount. I really don't. But I do know what I think of Archaon. The Archaon on here is beautiful. Yeah, the J-Train, that's because that one's a Rogue Trader model. That's not even 2nd edition. Yeah, I agree. The Intercessor will be very much lit once it's done. So, this guy here, again, I don't know if he primed it gold and then he just decided to keep the dragon gold or not. Who is this? This is Ollie Bean. It is a golden dragon. Alright, yeah, okay, never mind. He wet blended all the way through it. I'll just talk about the painting technique. He's done a great job painting this. I don't know if this is the model that I would paint, but that's all down to personal taste. The quality of the paint is what's there. He's done an incredible job painting the miniature and deciding how he wants to paint it in the vision he's basically put forward for how he wants it to look. That much is very much him, and I love the Archaon. The Archaon on here looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not as big, not because of he's done a great job with the techniques. The dragon looks good in the sense of the quality of the workmanship that's gone into it, but it's just not really my personal, not really my bag, baby. But what I will say is the Archaon himself. Look at that shield. Look at that shield. That looks incredible. That looks very nice, dude. Ah, now we are on to Krieg, yeah? Plague Pops Sherpa 2. Plague Pops Sherpa 2. I have no idea who this is in the YouTube, but I do know that he is doing a hell of a job. Look at that. I'm a sucker for a good Kriegsman, my friends. I'm a sucker for a good Kriegsman. How dare you, J-Train? Kriegers aren't just bayonet machines. So, it looks very nice. Now, there is a couple things that I will point out. Oh, Andrew Thompson. There's a little bit of touch-up work you got to do. Just a little bit. You can see a few little areas that just need a bit of touch-up, but other than that, it looks very good. I really mean that, dude. I really like what you're doing here with these Kriegers. Oh. Siri Esco. Krieg Guardsman, but more insane. Would you like to be out of your mind, friends? Welcome, welcome! This guy. Oh boy. Every time you put stuff up here, I've got to basically try to do my best to be, to be objective. I love the greens. I really have to stress that again. What Siri Esco does with his greens is fantastic. They are absolutely spectacular. No one can ever take these greens away from him. He's done such an incredible job. I don't even know what he does with his base model. Look at that sword, though. See, he goes a step further than I, because I do similar blended airbrush techniques on the blade, but he actually goes through and adds the lightning after the fact, which I wouldn't want to do. Not because it looks bad, but because I would be terrified of buggering it up. He not only applies it, he applies it smooth. Look at that, guys. Are you not all jealous? Can you not see how smooth that is? It's perfectly blended in. Oh, Look at all of you out there, thinking that Bear could match this man. No, I could match a lot of this gold, but I could never match that sword. At least not right now. Very well done with the blacks and reds on the plume. The green, though, the green is what makes this model the king. The green is the king of this miniature, my friends. This is what makes this model absolutely spectacular. There's no question about it. What an incredible job that he has done. We are losing subscribers actively on stream right now. Perfect. I just realized that now. I'm like, all right, let's take a... Oh, never mind. All right. All right. Today seems to be the anti-bear day. Excellent. Oh, my goodness. But, no, the blade from this comes from Indominus. It's probably bots. Oh, I hope it's bots. But they didn't all get unsubbed at the same time, Rudy. So I think that they're probably people. Plants not native to the ecology environment based on there's a technique. Yeah. Still, I love this green. I love it so. What a beautiful green he's done. Oh, there's another angle. Yes, hello. Okay, yeah, you get some attention. I know. You were up here for over an hour yesterday, buddy. Is this not enough for you? There you go. Yeah. You get a bit of attention. We'll take a break from the models for a second, and we'll give Eerie some attention here. You're such a good boy, aren't you, Eerie's? You're such a good boy. You're such a snuggles, aren't you, Mr. Ears? Yeah, Mr. Ears. Mr. Fuzz. Huh? There. Well, more you stream, the more people who subscribe to you, previous content will drop off. That's true. That is true. I also suspect, though, that the more people will be like, I hate this big red man. He's a monster. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautifully done. I absolutely love it. Hypno doggo. Ah! Look at this. Man. It's not fair. And now we are on, like Donkey Kong, to Saxon. This is Saxon's first submission to the channel. It's a Crimson Fist. He's gone through, he's painted the entire undersuit, manually painted it, that's not dry brushed. He's gone through, he has painted the blue, he's highlighted it again, no dry brushing here, only proper edge highlights. A little thick, but you know what, it's better to have them than to not. And then he's got a beautiful silver on the chest plate, he's painted the head very well, everything's painted in order. The only thing I would say is, I also like the grenade and the red gore-drenched chainsword. Look at that base. What a great base that Saxon has done. I commented on that first when I saw this the other day. That base is absolutely spectacular. I love this base. You do play word bearer modes. Actually, get this, every single time I stream Cyberpunk, people actively unsubscribe from me in the Cyberpunk stream. I usually lose because it'll tell you if they left on stream. I usually lose 1 to 2 subs every single time I stream Cyberpunk. So I'm like, hey guys, I specifically put this in its own area. I specifically brand this a Cyberpunk stream. Fuck this guy. No, please don't leave me. It's funny. I love it. I'm like, what? Why? Purge the weak. But thanks, lads. Been in the hobby. Been out of the hobby for 13 years. Got back to it around the Black Templar release last year. Been shaking off the rust. It doesn't tell me who left Era. It just tells me that they did leave. But, yeah, just, very nice. Very nice. Of course, you know, there's always a little bit of something. The highlights are a little thick. You know, when you get into the close shot, just a few touch-ups here and there. But overall, I really do like this. This looks very, very nice, Saxon, especially if you've been out for a while. And again, that base is for a rock star. And now we once again approach the indomitable Rudy. Oh, and then we've got a very nice display from Martin Young. I won't be able to comment as deeply on Martin's one, but I will want to look over them. The main reason why is very simple, which is just the fact that it's such outside shots, I really can't do much investigation on what's going on in the model. So, Bear wondered on the ones I chipped in yet. I don't think we've been to those ones yet, dude, but we will get there. We will get there. As you know, it's Sunday stream models. We go through. We get her done. Hopefully those people will return there. I'm going to go out for a moment and grab something from the store. Need to get something to drink and for dinner. Probably more juice. Delicious. I, too, will be... going to grab a drink in just a moment, actually. Oh, God. Axe, why? Why would you do this, Axe? Oh, no. Oh, God. No. Alright. Alright. New emojis. Well, guys, you see it here. You know what? I'm just gonna say, guys, I'm just gonna post this in general chat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, whatever you guys come up with, for whatever reason you think you might want to come up with it, it's right there. It's right there. You can just have it. Look at this monstrosity. How dare you, Axe? How dare you do this to me on stream? You literally post better models all the time, and he's just like, oh, Bear, I think Bear needs to really have this one. You son of a bitch. How dare you do this to me again? It's like going in, oh my God. Why? Why do you do this? You know, like, we can see your other models are great, and then you're just like, by the way, everybody, and you just sink that thing right in there. You're like, look at this turd. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Why? 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 Why do you do this? So, now we have Rudy on here, and Rudy's got a hell of an act to follow up, boys. I don't know how Rudy's gonna do this one. There it looks. So Rudy goes through and he does this really interesting thing. He drenches them in blood. So it's a hard one to talk about, not because it's bad, it looks great, but because so much of the paint is covered by blood. It's a really interesting technique to do. It really keeps the model popping. It keeps the model in line with what the corpse grinders are, so it looks very good. But it is one of those things where you're like, it's very hard to comment on. It's smooth, it looks nice, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. It looks nice. They look good. What more can you say? It looks great. But just saying that because of the way it's painted, it is hard to be like, oh, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that. It's like, oh, you drenched him in blood. He's definitely drenched in blood, and it looks great. It's just, you know, there's not really a whole lot I can add for painting technique to that. But it does look good. I like it. I dig it, man. I dig it. So, here are the Drakari. So what we can say is the vehicles are painted quite nicely. They have very beautiful stencils, I believe, painted over top of them. So I don't want to take any of that away from these guys, especially from the start. But there's just not really a whole lot to say, because we can't really get into the nitty-gritty details on the models below. It is a beautiful ensemble. I bathe in the blood of my enemies all the time. What's wrong with that? I like the original a lot. If I could make a suggestion of splattering versus slathering, since it seems to be basically cover the original job. So, look at that. So again, like, I would have trouble being able to add much to this. I like the overall style and colors. And as I said, on the vehicles we can see a bit more. There are transitions. It's got a lot. It's got some airbrush work, I suspect, done on it. It looks very nice. It's just I don't really have the ability to really comment much on the infantry, and it looks good. I mean, what else can you say? It does look very good. They look very very ominous, which is very nice. That's what you want your Drakari to look like. We got a bit of a better shot here. Looks like mostly dry brushing on the infantry, which is not a bad thing. I do think the vehicles look a bit better than the infantry, but you know, they're not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I think he also colors their bases with different gemstones that match the transport they'll be part of too, but I'm only speculating. These guys look better than the other ones. You can see his evolution as a painter through the army too. I like the scourges a lot. Very, very well blended. Ah! Look at this. Look at what we've achieved here, boys. So, this is Bonsai Kitty Gaming. Bonsai Kitty Gaming has come through, and he is basically applying some incredible painting techniques here, in my opinion. It's all subtle highlights, my friends. Sorry, 1 second here. I just have to go move some windows around. Just moving some windows around, my friends. Forgive me. Alright. It's all subtle painting techniques. It's all gradual highlights. This is what I mean when I say gradual highlights. I'm a bigger fan of than of edge highlighting. Definitely a bigger fan. Look at all of that. Look at that edging. Beautifully done. I love his bases too. Really spectacular stuff. You might want to paint the skull on his forehead, but other than that, looks beautiful. Yeah, he doubles up on the shoulder pads too. Look at this. Goes through and paints the entire interior of the gun shield too. That's awesome. Cables all look good. All painted through. Look at that armor. Again, the armor is what makes this thing work. That's what makes this thing pop. You know, it's just awesome. I love it. I just love it. Oh, we're on to a new one, are we? Now, Axe has got his medals up there, which is a Necron Warrior. I love the glow effect. Axe does really nice glow effects. He's got like the rusty look of the Necron as well. Look at that glow, though. He always does these neat little glow effects, and they look really nice. Then Axe is posting a Rogue Trader era squat, because of course. Thank you very much, Axe. I wish I could say I appreciated it, but thank you very much for your valued contribution. No, just kidding. Looks all right, dude. It does. It really does. It looks good. Looks a little bit thick on the paint, but you know, I know these are all reworks, so that's going to happen, and I know it's an old school model. And now we have Lego Adam. This is a work in progress. As you guys know, with works in progress, I don't really comment as much. For obvious reasons, because it's still a work in progress. But you can see here the beginnings of something that looks pretty good. So I expect that I will be able to say more positive things about this in the future. He's got a really horror-esque color scheme going on for his skin tone. So I really expect to see something really bleak and horrifying. So, as you guys know, it's just one of those things where unless the model is done, I do try to pull back a bit and not get too deep into it. I always like to have more of a forensic approach rather than An active approach. Another one from Jagerbomb from today. No, Jagerbomb. No. No, Jagerbomb. No. It's a bad Jagerbomb. Bad. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to review that one. I've told you, man. You put 12 models in for today. 12 pictures. I've reviewed 9 of them. No. You're supposed to do 6. We're not going to look at those ones. You can repost them for next week, but they will not be looked at this week. Yeah, this will look really good once it's all done. And now we have Insane Hammer. And what a great looking Raptor, at least as far as Raptors are concerned, this is. No, I believe that's true, Jagerbomb. I'm still not looking at that one though. But I really dig this. It is a standard Iron Warrior technique, of course. So, like, I mean, Iron Warriors are easy to paint. That's not a criticism. It is true, though. But it still looks really nice. That's the nice thing about Iron Warriors, is they're easy to paint and they look good. Like, look at that. Looks great. It's a simple technique. He's not done the trim on it, and it's fine to not do the trim, especially if you can avoid it on Chaos Space Marines. He's got that really nice looking Iron Warrior look. It's likely a lot of dry brush and mixture of washes, but again, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as it looks good on the other side of it. And these guys do look good. Well, they look good for Warp Talons anyway. I'm not a big fan of the Chaos lineup, but these do look good for what they are. I like them. I like him, Insane Hammer. I like him. Oh, Keith Moore. Keith Moore is here. 1 second, guys. One more from Insane Hammer. Nice. Oh, we're gonna get some from Zavor today, too. Very nice. Alright, I think we've got everything for today for Sunday Stream Models is up now that we'll go over. So next in line, as I mentioned before, we've got Keith Moore. Keith, this guy looks great. Now, I've heard that it's very difficult to assemble the Outrider bikes, so I want to point out that you're forgiven. But you know what you're not forgiven for, Keith Moore? Do you know what you're not forgiven for? Everybody, F in the chat for Keith Moore. F in the chat for Keith Moore. Who are you taking in the SB? What do you mean the SB? Sorry, I'm not sure what that shorthand is for. Crack a beer. Oh, the Super Bowl? Ah, nah, mate. I don't follow the Super Bowl. I played football in high school, which probably explains why. But but no, I'm not. No, I screwed up my legs. I didn't screw up my head. But no, I'm not. I'm not really down with the Super Bowl, man. I don't really care. I care about rugby a little bit, and I care about hockey if the Montreal Canadiens are getting anywhere. But that's about it. Drill those barrels, son. Yeah, a lack of drilling equals a promotion of Fs. The Fs in the chat must flow, my friends. The Fs in the chat must flow. I'm sorry. This is what happens to those who don't drill their barrels, Keith. Look at that, another undrilled barrel, you bastard. No, but overall, if we're gonna be serious, of course, I do like this model. I think you've done a comparatively good job in a lot of respects. There's a few things that you can see here that just need a little bit of touch-up work, just that little bit of extra love. But I like the color scheme. Is this a set chapter, or is this one of your own chapters, if I dare ask, Keith Moore? Oh, you'd use the big drill bit. Any of them will come with multiple drill bits. You use the big drill bit for these types of bolters. They're quite thick. They're thick boys. When you just buy a hobbying drill bit, they'll come with multiple drill bits in them, water faucets. So don't worry about that. One of your own? Okay, cool. because of the angle of the shot and the lighting source, it's actually really hard for me to talk much about this one. The one thing I would say is I think that you might need to wash the skin. I don't know that for sure, but I think the one thing I would say that would probably add is a wash and then a light dry brush. Don't do it to anybody you've already done who's done the hair and stuff on them, but because it would just make that a mess. But that's the one thing I would say you could really add to these guys, and it would immediately help it pop. You can always make the skin job better. And like nowadays, with the way Games Workshop has done contrast paints and dry brushing, oh man. When you can, check general chat. Yeah, you awful bastard. You sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You're a sick man. You are a sick, sick human being. You're a sick man. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do this, Hera. Oh. You're a sick man. You know, this is why do you people do this to me? I don't know why you guys think that this is a great thing to do to me, but you do this to me, and you do these terrible things to me, and I don't know why. Oh my god. Alright. So, that's what I would say, Keith, you'd be surprised, trust me, man. Contrast paints, washes, it's a really simple technique you can do to really make the skin stand out. I mean it, man. Like, I'd recommend looking into it, and I would recommend painting the heads separate from the bodies, trust me. Hopefully when my camera's set up a little bit nicer next month, I can show you guys. It's the easiest thing in the world. It really is. And it will improve your model tenfold. I even recommend painting the heads separately, even if they are all armored. You paint the head separately. You'll never be upset. He's just getting the streamer treatment. Oh my god. The Discord is just coordinated bullying. It's so sad. It's just so sad that I'm gonna have to look at this thing. God damn, I had to turn off my headset because I almost died laughing. Oh, it's such a terrible picture. It's such... And like Axe has put together much better models. And one thing we are going to do by the end of this, we will show you the work in progress he's making on his refurbished Kamasariaric, and it is much better than it was before. So we will be doing that. So we can see here on Stream Models from our friend Uni that he has made a Dread Knight. Now I think this is a work in progress, so always with a work in progress, again, I'm in a position where I don't want to comment too far. I can say from the base of the work in progress, it looks very nice. I expect to see good things, like more shading in certain areas, but I do think this looks pretty good so far. The one thing I would say is look at that head. Trust me, dude. Highlights. Dry brushes, highlights, whatever you can do, trust me, it will help it pop, I promise. Oh, are we on to... Yes, we are. We're on to Wabs. Joshua. Horus Heresy Terminator. It is the Horus Heresy. Nah. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Well, what a great model. What a great audience. So, no, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Boom. So, the sword, I do think, is one of his weaker blades, if I'm just letting you know, because I've seen Joshua's other work and he does really great stuff. The blade, not quite his best work. But the black, is this a bit of an older model, I wonder? I can see a lot of the same techniques. I would expect to see a bit more of a highlight over top of the wash. But I like the armor plating, and I like the gun. I dig it. Oh, see, Cypher. This is way nicer. Only done skin, have not washed it yet. Is doing a demon tool for his hand and color. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure, funny, but remember, genuinely highlight that face after you wash it. Highlight it. It'll make it pop. I promise. I promise. I swear to you, my brother. I swear. But as you can see, much nicer on Cypher in terms of overall smoothness of paint. He's got that beautiful wash that he's self-made that basically covers and everything. There's a few extra highlights added after the fact. The face is underneath the mask, so it's a bit darker, but it's still good. He's got all the bullets in specifically painted for the gun. And of course, he's got the Sword of the Lion sitting at his back. Oh, see? Much smoother. Smoother. Very nice. Yeah. This version of the cloak is very nicely done as well. Very nicely done. May benefit from a few extra highlights in a few small areas, but it's very nicely done. Cypher is a Space Marine, yes. And then we have, of course, aggressors. Smooth greens. This is the nice thing about all of Joshua's stuff. It's very smooth. It's very smooth in all the right areas. Smooth, even. So he's got these nice smooth greens. He's got this nice smooth black. He still applies the wash, as far as I know, over the whole model before doing other effects. And it blends it all together very well. So you have these hard contrasts between the two colors, but they blend together at the same time. It's really, really nice. It's a really, really nice effect. I think he's still working on the basing a little bit for this. I'm back just in time. Yeah, dude. So, as you know, I am a big fan of how Josh does his Space Marines. I think these look very nice. There's always a few extra details you can add, maybe dotting the gemstone with an extra lighter red, things like that, but like, by and large, that's just nitpicking. These look really nice. Ah, this guy's the main course. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. This is his own custom chapter. They're a successor of Dark Angels. I believe they're called the Silent Wing, if I'm not mistaken. These smooth tones are schmood. That's right. So you can see all of it here and how it comes together really here. That's all good, Josh. I don't care. This is your stuff, man. It's up to you. I'm just talking about the models, man. These things look beautiful. So yes, very much enjoying this. I love how his wash work applies over fabric too. It looks really nice. See the dead Marine on the ground, very nice effect. Very well done. Same thing here for his big guy. Look at the axe effect. Look at this. Glow, 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 glow around, and then it's got that higher point in the middle. Oh, it's so good. It's very nice. He's always very self-conscious with the skin that he does as exposed. It's not the strongest part of the models, but it's not bad. It still works. It's still fine. The reds are always very nice. You can see where the wash is applied consistently over the whole model, and then extra effects are painted on after the fact. But that's a perfectly valid way to paint a model, and it leads to these great effects. He has a great-looking army. It's like almost like the old strong tone stuff that they used to do for Army Painter, the dip and flick stuff. I bloodied up the hand too, holding the black carapace. Ah. So then we've got a couple more entries here from, I believe that was Iron... Insane Hammer? Was it Insane Hammer? It is Insane Hammer! So you can see here he's added more effect on this one, more red on the pipes, things like that. Again, it's an Iron Warrior. It looks totally fine. I like it. Very nice. I wonder if he's going to do more with his bases, though, because I do think the bases are looking a bit barren. I do hope he chooses to do more with those. Oh yeah, another nice one. More trim painted on this one, though. A little bit of a different color scheme, too. I wonder if this was a test model. Still, the metals are what matters, and he's done a good job on the metals. Ah, Zavor. So... He's got that metallic. He's got the green. He's highlighted the green. The lighting of the shot makes it a bit difficult to really get into the nitty gritty of this one, but you can see he did the flame effect. I would say that there are some areas that look like they might benefit from a bit of a null and oil wash, even with the lighting. You can see he's gone through, he's done the flame. It's very hard to do flame, so I want to make that very clear. Without using contrast and a series of other techniques, I don't know if I would be able to do the fire much better myself. So it looks okay. I don't mind the fire. I think it looks pretty okay. But I just have to point out that fire is really hard to do. At least in my experience, fire is very difficult to do. I recommend contrast for fire. There's a lot of great technique. There's a lot of great tutorials on how to do that too. But that would be my usual recommendation because it's just so hard. It's just a lot of work, and you don't always get the best result, even if you go down the regular path. This still looks good. It still looks fine, but just like, I hate painting fire. And Zavor plays salamanders, so it's like pour one out, boys, pour one out. Wow, really? That's weird. Like, it must be the camera shot. Like I can see some of the wash areas on the golds, but I can't see it on the back of the gun. Still, again, like, the shot is kind of hard to see some of the details, but overall, I like it. I like it. Don't mind it. You might benefit from some recess shading, though. I think that some recess shading on some panels of the armor you might benefit from, sincerely. Have a great night, Keith Moore. Thank you for contributing your models today, dude. Thank you for contributing them. You know we always like looking over them. The second Marine was very nice, and I like the biker too. And remember, as I said, skin, I'm not great at skin myself, but there's a lot of things you can do to make skin pop now. I really mean it. And sub-assemblies are your friend. So we've had a few last-minute contributions, so we are going to do those, because I'm a nice guy. Oh, wow. This one's from Bats. So this one is from Bats. Look at that. You see now, full disclosure, I love the Red Scorpions. I love the Red Scorpions. I love my brothers of the Forge World chapters. And what a model this is. Look at this. Look at this. This is a real privilege to get to look at this one. Look at this. Look at that base. I love it. I love this. Look at this. Have a great one, Chris. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Very nice. Look at that arm. Look at the size of this thing. It's a mean bastard. I'll shrink my head a little bit here so you guys can see the whole thing. Look at that. Highlighted on the edges, smooth paint otherwise. The reds are nice, they're highlighted. The yellow's really hard. As always, guys, yellow is really hard. But that yellow is a nice hard yellow color. Fewer highlights, but I don't blame you for doing fewer highlights on yellow. I really love the gray. I really love this base. A great base will improve your model tenfold. Look at that base. Very similar to how I do my ice bases. Very similar. And, like, it's not to, toot my own horn by any means, but it's the same idea as if you have that really stark looking, gritty base, it adds so much to your models. It really does. And I love the Red Scorpion, so that definitely helps. Look at these guys, too. Very well done. Very well done. Now, to be fair, I do hate this model. Not because of his paint job. I hate the Emperor's Champion model. It's a big old piece of garbage. But, so, I'm not going to hold that against it. I'm not going to hold that against it, you guys. I'm not going to hold it against it, but it is not a big fan of the model. But overall, he's got very solid colors. Look how solid that yellow is. Look at how solid that yellow is going through here. He already painted this already? This is the new Gravis Captain. This is a very quick job to have been done. Very quick job. Quick, looks good. He's got a simple technique that he lays down. the black on the undersuit's a little shiny, but that's fine. You know, like it might even just be an artistic decision. He does really look at that base. Look at these bases. That's what sells these models. They still look good regardless, but that base, perfect. Love it. Oh, then we've got Rudy with a Nurgle Demon Prince. Oh, that's gross. Rudy, that is so gross. I know it's a standard model. Again, great base, but Rudy, this thing is absolutely gross. Like, that's nasty. Even how you've done the big eye. It's like just terrible. Seeing these lets me know how I should have done my bases. Yeah, man, like as I said, bases like that are amazing. It's beautiful. Those had gloss varnish for the pin wash. I've just decided to varnish to get it. Okay, yeah, but they look great, bats. They really do. Those are great models, my friend. Those are really good. Like 100%. That's an incredibly solid scheme you've gone with there, dude. So, I think that's it. Am I missing anything? Oh, we've got a work in progress from Funny. We will add that over now. It is a work in progress, so I don't really like commenting too deeply on it. But you can see it's blues. I don't know how it's going to look when the head's in. He's gone through. He's washing the gold. It's going for a very bright gold. We'll see how it works out. But Ultramarines, I like it. We'll see how it looks in the end. We'll see how it looks in the end. Wow, that is the Sunday stream model so far, my friends. That's what we've been at this for 2 hours, which is pretty normal for our streams. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go get a drink, and then we're just going to have a bit of a normal stream. We're going to have a bit of a normal chat for at least a little while here. That's not going to be the longest, but I'll be in here for an hour or so. Why not? So let me just go grab a drink. Any submissions for Sunday stream models now will be applied after, and they will go to next week's Sunday streams. Yes, that is right. Every Sunday we do Sunday stream models. Every single Sunday. It always happens. So that will be happening next week. Oh, very cool, Funny. So that'll be happening next week. So in the meantime, just give me one moment here. I'm going to put up our Be Right Back image of Bellicor. And then I will return to you guys with a new drink. Hey, Aries. Hello, buddy. Your thumbs. We're back. We're back in action, baby. One model we are going to show off, actually, that I forgot to, is Kamasariaric. This is a work in progress from Axe. It looks significantly better. So, just to be fair to Axe, yes, this is the redo. It is looking better. Thank you very much, Axe. We will get a chance to see the new and improved Kamasariaric. So, that is what's going on there. So, what we're going to do here is I'm going to pull up my OBS again. I'm going to transition back to me. So, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Anything new and exciting? We just did Sunday stream models. We did it for 2 hours today. As always, we go over everything that you guys submitted before the end of Sunday stream models from today. Very happy to have gotten to do that. It was a very nice stream. I always love it. It's definitely my top of the week. Definitely. Always. It's the best stream of the week. Even sometimes when it's not the busiest stream of the week, it is the best stream of the week. There's no question about it. I'm always very honored and privileged when we get Sunday stream models going. Pardon me. But yeah, no, it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Sorry, just 1 second here. Yeah, no, it was definitely a bit of a shocker today because I was expecting the new video format and video to do a little bit better than it has. It's definitely sadly enough, the plot armor video has entered the duffel bag of destruction. I suspect. I suspect that the plot armor video was thrown into the duffel bag of destruction by Algaroth, the Lord of YouTube. That's how that works, baby. It's like just brutal. Just brutal. I was late in my Contemptor submission, but you should get to see it before and after next week. Oh, awesome. We're going to get to it next week, man, definitely. I may want to pick your brain later on, coming up with a color scheme for my creations of Bile Army. Yeah, I'm always happy to help. Makes me sad. I like that video. I loved making it. I thought it came out really well. It's probably going to be the same style I use for it. I'm going to have different types of videos. Some of them will still be edited in the old format. But for videos that are more along the lines of the serious nature of the plot armor videos, they're going to be more like that in terms of their editing, how I voice them, how they are written and how they're delivered. I really think that it works better. So it was a new attempt at that. Didn't get the people came home, so Ares is excited. He wants to play effectively. That's what you get for sneaking a jibe against the goal. Yeah, sure, Hamish. I'll never not say that it's a piece of shit, because it is. It's the biggest piece of shit it's the biggest piece of shit ever designed as a model. As a plastic model using 3D injection molding and computer generated appearances, the Lehman Russ battle tank is the biggest piece of garbage ever made. There you go. Smoke on it. Smoke on it, Hamish. You know it's true. I've sinned. I've also been painting Lost Ark. What's Lost Ark? I'm not sure. Is that another miniatures game? But yeah, no, it was a great stream today. I had a lot of fun doing this. We had a good time. We had a good time, everybody. Everybody had a good time. We're massively losing our concurrent viewers. Now that Sunday stream models is over, everyone's like, finally, we can leave this place. Good. Good. It is time to leave. Never to return. Such treasure. Yeah, I think not. No, it's a Korean Diablo free-to-play game. Oh, okay. No, you know what, man? I've had, like, no time for games. I played a little bit of Cyberpunk the other day, and that's, you know, like, I played a little bit of Crusader Kings earlier today. Other than that, it's all been just recording, writing, and streaming. So, you know, it's what I do every day, 7 days a week. I like it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't like it, because I'm not making a lot of money doing this. So, hopefully one day this will be a sustainable business model. But in the meantime, you know, like, I figure if I'm enjoying it and it grows, that's the main thing why I focus on the growth element of it more so than anything else, because growth is what will make this sustainable or not. So I get down in the dumps if something doesn't do at least a little bit better than my best case scenario and then my worst case scenario, because I'm like, ooh, looks like people don't really like the plot armor video. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. Not enough memes. Don't let your memes be dreams, boys. Have a great one, Josh. Thank you for joining us today. Beautiful submissions as always. Food for Bear. Thank you very much, Hamish. But that wasn't necessary, but I do appreciate it. What's more necessary is subscribers, Hamish. Subscribers. I hope I do too, but you know, if I don't, I'll just go dig ditches. Like, no, I'm not meaning that literally, but I can literally do it. But again, thank you very much, Hamish. I sincerely appreciate it. So yeah, like, at the end of the day, you know, I'm a lot further ahead than a lot of people who ever even try this. So I am aware of that. I'm very, very grateful for the support everybody offers. I'm very, very grateful. Food for Aries. I'll have you know that dog doesn't deserve a morsel. He's a thief. He's a liar. I have Krieg, dude. I have a Krieg army. I haven't painted it yet. Wolf, I love Krieg.
Food for Aries.
Thank you again very much, Joshua. But no, like, I'm not asking, for the record, I'm not asking for donations in any form, right? Because, like, if people want to contribute, they contribute. Like, that's just the way it is. It's much more, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's much more about, I should put this. When I say it's about growth, it's because growth basically, like, these things will all come naturally. They will. Like, that's why you don't have to ask for things like that or anything like that. I always just ask for people to like and subscribe. Because liking and subscribing and being here, enjoying your time here, are the things that will pay off in the end. That's what the channel's built on. Like, anything else, like, I'm a one-man operation. Like, you know, like, there will be chats, there will be memberships. Those things will just happen when people are having a good time. If people want to say something to contribute to the stream, if people want to basically have a question or anything like that, that's just what's going to happen anyway. So I don't really, like, you know, I don't really comment on that type of stuff in that way, because, like, at the end of the day, it either happens or it doesn't happen. But the main thing for me about it is I claw at the subscriber number. I'm like, why grow, damn you? Because, like, you know, like, that's the life's blood of anything. You'll notice with anything that anybody does, it's all about growth, which is a horrible way to look at the world, but it's the way the world works. So I'm always looking at that. I'm always looking at the sub numbers, being like, do sub number go up? Sub number go burr? That's why we go through and we do the videos all the time, and you know, the if I could just live stream, I would just live stream. Like, I prefer that. I would live stream 4, 6, 7 hours a day. But no, it's not quite how it works. It's not how the game is played. I won't be doing a collaboration video with Valrak anytime soon. Not because I don't want to. I won't get into it, but I'm a very small channel. A collaboration video, in my opinion, has to have benefits for both participants. And to be honest, in my own opinion, I don't think it would benefit Valrak very much for me to do that with him. Just to be totally honest with you, like, you know, like, that's not, in no way is that what he's told me. That's what I've told him. It does not benefit Valrak in any way to really do a collaboration with me. I'm very friendly terms with him. He's a friend of mine. We talk all the time, and I'm on his Discord, and, you know, like, I think he's amazing. He's an amazing human being. He's inspired me to do this. But I really want to point out that, I hope in the future I will, but we would have to be just at a different level than we're currently at before I would feel comfortable doing any type of collaboration like that. And that's not even out of no malice or anything like that. Like I love the guy. It's just this channel has its own place on YouTube and it has a place that's growing, but you really need to be able to bring something to the table in a collaboration. And right now I can bring my sparkling personality, but other than that, it would not benefit his channel for me to be there, because he's not going to really gain much from me. To be totally honest, it would be me only gaining from him, and it would, in some cases, it might even take away from him. And I do not wish for that to be the case. That's another reason why I've told people to cool it. In terms of bothering him about what we do here. And I don't mind if people occasionally crack a joke or whatever, but I've noticed people have kind of bludgeoned him with it on stream, and I felt very awkward and embarrassed. So yes, at the end of the day, just full respect. He's one of the kindest people I've ever met online. He's one of the most positive people I've ever met, and I would love to do a collaboration with him one day. It ain't today, and it's probably not even going to be this year. If I'm very lucky, and if the channel grows, if we get if a video goes viral, or if we get a consistent growth in the channel, this month, next month, etc. I could probably start. I might be able to ask him about something like that, like interview or something like that. Maybe by the end of the year or something like that. But that's only if the channel grows. That's another reason why. Is because, at the end of the day, for myself personally, I do not want to be I do not want to be a guy who basically went around and sponged off of a bunch of other YouTubers. And then just kind of hid behind a series of streams and stuff. That's one reason why I'm I don't want drama. I don't want anything like that. I think if people come here, they want to have a good time. If everybody's having a good time, that's how I perceive the channel's been successful. Because that means the subscriber count will grow. That means more people will show up on streams. It means, just in general, I jokingly say, but I mean it means together we will prosper. And, if it doesn't, then it just doesn't. And I don't want to, that's why I don't do clickbait. That's the thing, right? I avoid doing anything that's very clickbaity. I try not to do clickbaity issues. That's just the thing. I'm trying to do this the honest way, and I don't want to do, I don't want to sponge. People should want to come here because they want to come here. And some of that does mean that I go out, I talk to people on Instagram, I talk to people on Discords and other platforms, but I try not to, just budge in people's faces. That may work, it may not work. Unfortunately, there is a certain degree of aggressive marketing that a lot of people end up doing to try to get where they are. They will, jump on other people's streams, things like that. I don't think it's a class act way to operate. So again, we'll see. We'll see if it works out for me. It's a damn hard decision. We'll see if it works out for him. I hope it does. That's the main thing I can say. I hope it does. Because at the end of the day, I just think that if we're all having a good time here, if the channel continues to grow, then I have little doubt that this will work out if the channel grows. If the channel doesn't grow, not gonna work out. Have you tried giving 100 diamonds for free in Minecraft? What? I don't play Minecraft. I don't know what that means. It's a bold move, Codden. Let's see if it plays off. I don't think it will. That's always why, I just followed Love Your Account. Thank you very much, Big Brain. I sincerely appreciate it. I myself do not have a particularly big brain. I can feel the smooth overtaking me. It might be very big, but it's like that type of thing where it's smooth and inflated, and I've got brain damage. Oh, yes, I know Ares. I know who's my buddy. But that's the way, in my opinion, it's better to build something right, to build it from the ground up as much as you can. Like, you know, a lot of people have come here from other channels. People joined from the mini wargaming comment bomb. People have joined from being raided by Valrak stream, and those are all fine things. But, you know, like, there has to be content that draws people in, that they want to see, that they want to do, and not just, you know, be like, oh, Bear's streaming, you know, Valrak 2.0 is streaming. I'm like, I'm very much not Valrak. You guys, anyone who's been on stream with me so far knows I'm very much not Valrak. But I try to be I will always be honest with the audience as I can, be in the narrow framing of how I view the world and what we can talk about and things like that. And I always hate it when we talk about this type of stuff too. People leave the stream and stuff, but it just kind of comes up. Like, I even do this, though, unfortunately, outside of this. When I worked for my old job, all I thought about was work. And now that I do this for the time being, all I think about is YouTube. It's just the way I am. Whatever I'm doing at the time, I'm an obsessive personality. I'm like, it is all consuming. I must do more of it. You know, it's like, it's the attitude I've always had. It's been like that since I was a kid. Like, yeah, you know, it's sort of like I'm a dog with its favorite chew. You know, it's like eventually you find a new favorite chew, and that's what YouTube is, and hopefully that's what it can be, and you can just move forward and have a great time. And I would very much love for that to be the case. That'd be a wonderful outcome for the big red bear, but you know, we'll see. You got this, bear. Glory to the bear, father. Glory. I'm hoping the Warhammer Fantasy video is successful, and I'm hoping that the Warhammer Total War 3 video, like, you know, streams are successful, because I'm going to do them anyway because I want to play Total War. Let's just hope I don't lose any subs over. Let's hope I don't have the cyberpunk element. Being there, man, I have a one-track mind. I'm in the same way, man. No matter what it is, I'm like, this is the one thing that matters. It's the one thing that matters. It's how, like, you know, it's how I can paint whole armies in short periods of time. Like, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. You're just going out there, just being like a madman, feverishly looking at the army, like, I've seen it in my eye. It must be done. I have seen the glory of this army painted. But no, tonight the plan is to write the Warhammer Total War / Warhammer Old World video, talking about how Warhammer Total War is responsible for saving and resurrecting the Old World. I'm going to try to do it similar to how I did the video about plot armor. I don't know how long it'll be, but it'll be edited in the new style of my editing. I do like my old style of editing, so you will see those under certain circumstances. But the next video coming out will be in a similar style to what we saw the plot armor video in. I'm going to I'm just gonna have a blast doing that, basically. So that is going to be next on the docket. We are going to try our best to see what we can do on that front. Full disclosure, I have a huge love for Warhammer Fantasy, massive. So we will be doing Warhammer Fantasy content on this channel as well. It's not going to be pure 40k. Some streamers gain subscribers by giving away free stuff in popular games. I know streamers still selling that, gaining subs, but changing and alienating the original subs is not a good thing. That's just the thing, right? Looking forward to the Total War Old World video. Couldn't agree more with the premise. Well, I mean, it's just a true premise. Loves Warhammer Fantasy Battle unsubbed. How dare you? I want to do a Battletech video as well at some point, but that's a long way away. I am not going to do one now. That's just like that's just asking for trouble at the size I'm at. That's just asking for trouble. Hey guys, I really love Battletech. Here's a piece of garbage. Get him! No, please. Don't do this to me. I just love chivalry and mech combat. He's a monster! See? Heyman's like, don't make me unsub Bear. Don't make me do it. I swear to God. Like, you know, like, I've got a bunch of Battletech models on my table right now. They're always here with me. I love them. I love them. I love Battletech. But I'm bigger into 40k. Battletech is a better game than 40k, though. That much I can tell you. Enough! I can't keep my silence any longer. My bounds of friendship with Bear have kept me silent, but no more. I denounce Bear as a freeborn and a shame upon the clans. How dare you, Era, you Sarat! He's bringing in Battletech. Break his legs. I gotta go now, Red. Always a pleasure hanging out. Could you do a basics video on the old world in 40k sometime? It could really help draw people into your channel. The thing is a lot of people have already done that, so I try not to tread where others have gone. I know that sounds crazy. It's a crazy tactic, but it's very much like, as weird as it sounds, I kind of view it almost like you would view. I think Autoclone Manstein has the comment of, our enemies think that we will not do it, so we must. It's, you know, like that's it's, for me, all of the content I produce on here, I've always said I really don't want to just chase what other people are doing. I want to try to build something that will bring people in, that is a unique commentary that other people don't do as much, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So we'll see if it works out. Like, again, I think that, like, the introductory stuff, like, and it's not a bad thing, but everybody does them. And I think that most people who are looking for Warhammer 40,000 who would see my channel know what Warhammer is. You know, just, we'll see. We'll see. Start stepping all over Lore Master of Sotek's toes. Rah! It's like, no, what are you doing? It's like, rah! No, for the record, I've said it before, if you want to see somebody who's a true scholar on the old world, Lore Master of Sotek is a massive scholar. That guy's amazing. Yeah, I don't disagree, J-Train, entirely, but I think that it's something that thousands of people have done. And I just don't know if that's going to be something that is where I want to guide the channel, but I don't even know if it will be particularly successful. Just to be fair. Okay, fine. Humble, realistic tuber gets a like. Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. The live brought me to your channel. Yeah, dude. We do live streams every day, Big Brain. Every day we do live streams on here. Every single day. There's never a day. There's no breaks. We've missed one day when I wasn't feeling well. That's about it. We'll catch you next stream. Thank you very much, Stormlord Rising. I appreciate the input. I really do. We'll catch you next time, mate. I love it. This will kill me, but I love it anyway. It's my last remaining vice. My sweet, delicious cola. It will kill me, but I love it. God, I love it so. But yeah, no, it's been interesting. I am intending on picking up a bunch of Kriegers once I get, perhaps at the end of this coming week. I've got more Kriegers I may want to pick up, just to be sure, just to be safe. Just from the perspective of a YouTube consumer, I watch multiple videos on the same subject from different creators to get their takes. Yes, and as I said, I've made things that other creators have as well. Like, you know, I've made some videos about the Avatar of Cain. I've made some videos about certain other things, and they are actually relatively successful for the size of this channel. But always with the caveat. It's not. It's not necessarily. I don't want to be a news channel. I really have to stress this. A lot of these other channels, and I follow them too. Carry Off, Valrak, and a few others. They are news channels, and I don't view myself as wanting to occupy the same space as them. Just like I just don't like. It's not really the type of content that I would want to do, to be honest. If, like, you know, we talk about the news a bit on stream here, and that's totally fine. I enjoy doing that, but making organized videos, about, like, breaking news, everyone! Look at this new Primaris model. Like, I like doing that on stream, because it's very organic. We all talk together. We have a laugh about it. We go, hey, what are they doing with this? Wouldn't that be great? This would be nice. That's all cool. It's when it comes down to, like, I'm going to make a video today, you guys. What's the video? I'm going to be talking on stream today for 7 or 8 minutes about this new model coming out. What's my perspective on this model? Like, I'm fine with doing that on stream. I'm really not I'm just not interested with doing that on video. It just doesn't work for me that well. Oh, I'm not into the news, but like, if you wanted to make a vid about how you loved Warhammer Fantasy, the lore of the game, the hobby stuff, that'd be interesting to me. Well, I mean, you're going to be getting a Warhammer Fantasy video from me this week, so that much I can tell you. And tonight, on the nightly news, your host, the Big Red Bear. Hello there, I'm your host, Big Red Bear, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about the news. Today in the news, you can no longer buy RTW models in the West. Get ready! I don't know if the Russian post is going to deliver those anymore. I hope you did not get the stonks in that area. It's like, just is what it is. But, like, the people in question have also done this for a lot longer. They have bigger inbuilt audiences, and they're better at it than I am. And I'm not saying that because I love me. I want to make it out. Like, it has nothing to do with, like, oh, don't have a low opinion of yourself. It's like, no, they have the right attitude, they have the right charisma, they have the right things to make those things work for them. Hey, have a great night, Era. Thank you for being with us today. I always appreciate it, my friend. They have the right ponaz, as it were, to make that work. It's a little bit harder to make that work for on the bear end of things. Like, I certainly have people who want to be here, who want to see this. Well, I certainly have people who find my work acceptable. I do too, but it's a different style of presentation, and I don't know if it lends well to that. Again, I expect the channel to evolve over time in terms of improved quality. I think, like, the last video I did was the best improved quality that we've had so far, and it will continue to evolve. And I'm very much excited for it. Very much excited for it. So make no mistake, my friends. Make no mistake indeed. We're going towards the good. I do have a positive opinion on things, but we'll have to see how things go. I am sorry for being boring today, fellas. On the post-stream model stream, I've been boring. I know I'm a bad guy. But yeah, that's just how she goes today, boys. That's how she goes today. Timeborn, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it before. But it does, the architecture looks pretty Canadian, yeah. Getting on here in the UK, catch you later. Have a great one, Saxon. We'll catch you next time. Again, Sunday stream models every week, and we stream every day, so I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, too. Tomorrow's stream's actually going to be really exciting, because tomorrow we're actually going to be going over all the third-party sellers. That I know of, anyway. Watch for that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. It will be a great deal of fun indeed. Yep, I've already got the thumbnail built for it. I haven't scheduled the video yet just because I don't know what time tomorrow I'm going to be streaming, if it's noon or 1 yet. But, yeah, it's already built. Let me see here. I'll actually put the image up for you guys. That is the image for tomorrow. Oh, very cool, Big Brain. Very cool. I definitely dig it. So yeah, like tomorrow we're going to be basically just going over the third-party model stream. We're going to be talking about different manufacturers of third-party models: Liber Demonica, RTLW, Legion models, Mortian. We'll probably, I guess, Raging Heroes. Like, there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna have the list compiled tonight after I finish writing the Warhammer Fantasy script. So that is the plan. Like, we're gonna have a bunch of stuff, guys. And I'm gonna stream Warhammer Total War the second I'm able to play it. So if it's a midnight launch, I will sleep and I'm gonna just burn through on like a 10-12 hour stream with it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care if nobody watches it. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's what I want to do. But yeah, no, that's the plan for this coming week. Is going to be the week. It's going to be the exciting week. It's going to be an incredible week. I am very hyped for it. There are videos that I want to get done. I would very much like to get more and more done. Like, I really would. Like, I'm very much in a mood to get stuff done this week. I'm not down to the dumps by any means, of course. I'm just, like, what I've talked about, like, sub count got to go up. The more content you post, typically, the better your sub count will do. So I am doing my best to make that happen for the channel, for you guys. Because the better the channel does, the more content I can offer for you guys, and the better quality I can make that content. I think my Mortian is Grimskull Miniatures. It's something like that. Yoya Anvil Industries is out there too. Absolutely. There's so many out there. There's so many. There really is. I'm probably going to play Cyberpunk on stream again soon, which means I'm just going to lose subs, guys. Oh my god, I love Cyberpunk so much. It hurts. Like, even, like, I've been using, I've been running it in the background while we've been streaming. I've left my game up. But, I still love that game so much. It's still one of my favorite games ever. Like, even listening to this particular song right now, like, I definitely feel the emotion behind it. Hits me right here, man. Like, it takes me back into the game every time. I just love it that much. That's so sad. No, not my love of the game is sad. I mean, the music for these scenes. It's such a heavy game with such a beautiful dark world. It's how grimdark should be, man. And you know what? CD Projekt Red makes mistakes, but I tell you this: if you ever got a Warhammer 40,000 RPG, you would want somebody like CD Projekt Red to do it. They wouldn't be willing to do it though, because Games Workshop would not let them run a story the way it should be. But these guys are, in my opinion, they're the best storytellers in the gaming space right now. Even with the mistakes they made with Cyberpunk, I know people got mad at it. It's the best story of a video game I've played, and it does have multifaceted components to it. It's just incredible. I mean, I played it at release on PC, and I just didn't have a problem. Like, I know that people on console had a hard time, but I'm just a PC gamer in general, so like, I never really ran into the problems other people had. So. But I think that I've dithered around here enough, boys. I've finished my second drink. We did Sunday stream models. We've been finished for 35 minutes. Just figured I'd talk to you guys for a little bit as we wound down the stream here today. I appreciate everything you guys do. I really do. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 really hit me too, but it didn't stay with me. Cyberpunk has never... Since I finished playing it, I don't stop thinking about it. Like, it doesn't mean like there aren't moments, but like, it's still a story that I remember and I can't move away from in a lot of respects. Like the story of Johnny Silverhand, the story of V, the story of all the characters around them, like Evelyn Parker, all these things. Like there's just so much to all of them. All of these characters have had complicated, miserable lives filled with strife and struggle, and they're very much like our own lives in some respects, even if they're exaggerated. And they're these people who are bigger than life, but at the same time are basically suffocated by it. And you basically have to make decisions in it. It's very much like the ending of Cowboy Bebop, another one of my favorites. And I'm talking about the actual anime, not the garbage Netflix thing. It's very much the most powerful moment I've watched in a show almost ever, is the moment where you can see Faye Valentine talking to Spike for the last time. Where she's, what's that? You just running off to die? He goes, no, I'm going to go see if I'm still alive. And you know, it's very much the same. It's very much the same in Cyberpunk. There's several moments in that where like V has built himself up to be such a different person, because you don't see who he really is except for in these glimmers of moments where he makes the real decisions around himself. And why is that? And the reason why is because V is in a capricious, harsh society that has driven him to extremes to try to make it. And now that he's dying, it's no spoiler, anyone who knows, now that V is dying in this, and he's transforming, and he has all these things, he's running that marathon harder than he ever has, and it's breaking him down, and he's changing not just because of what's happening with Johnny Silverhand, he's changing because of all of the experiences that he has to go through to try to get to his own end goal. It's such a brilliant story, and there are these quiet moments. He very rarely opens himself up, but when he opens himself up in the story, you see who he really is. And it's an incredible adventure to follow. And it's an incredible psychological story. You get to really see this guy, basically, he does anything he can to survive, but in that he finds out what it's really like to live. And in some cases, that means dying. Depending on the path that your V takes, he'll find that his own end might be... And like, there's a few endings where V doesn't make it. His own end might be the solution to his to what's happened, effectively, and it's very much a very intense story, and I wish it all the best. I can't wait for the DLC for it. I want DLC for it, like, really badly. I'm hoping they expand on it. It's an incredible journey. I can't stress enough like what a beautiful game it is. Also, the reason I don't watch your Cyberpunk stream is I'm planning on picking the game back up and I don't want it spoiled. No, it's fair enough, J3. Absolutely. I don't expect big viewer counts when I stream video games. This channel's not really a gaming stream thing. It might be more with Warhammer Total War, because I'm going to stream the shit out of that game. So make no mistake that you're going to see that happen. Very powerful when a game lets you take the story in your own direction. Really helps with replay. Yeah, I played through it 2 full times. I'm on my 3rd playthrough now. Well, I did a 3rd playthrough, but I just didn't really enjoy playing a Nomad. So I went back and I restarted as a Corpo. I've done Corpo and Street Kid, and they were both very incredible experiences. There are differences on each one of the playthroughs I've done. And the current playthrough, I'm trying to be, even though I do bad things, I try to be a nice guy in the current playthrough. For the new Astorath, it's supposed to reveal a new thing about the Black Rage. What else could we possibly learn about it? We could find out that Rogel Dorn used Sanguinius as a toilet after he was dying on the ground. It turns out that's why the Black Rage happened. Because Sanguinius is like, oh, he's just... Rogel Dorn's like, brother, forgive me. Takes a big old steamer on him. They're really not just shouting Horus. Like, Dorn, why? Dorn, you've betrayed us all. I honestly don't think it's good for them to look more into the Black Rage. I think it's fine as it is. Them learning more about it and whatnot, I'm nervous about that. What the twist? All of the Street Kid storyline's very nice. The Corpo storyline's really nice. I'm not really big on the I love the Nomad ending, which you can get as for my original playthrough as V. It's one of the most beautiful stories I've ever played, which is where V was a guy who started out really hard because I played real mean at the beginning, and just like I softened throughout playing the game, and V was put into these increasingly difficult moral decisions, and you can actually see, which is really brilliant, like that the game's structured this way, that as a character, my V got softer and softer around the halfway point of the game, and by the end of the game, basically went into the desert with the Aldecados after it was all over. You know, like, and it's a brilliant, I'm not going to go any further, it's a brilliant ending. You know, basically going into the sunset, not knowing what tomorrow has to offer, but becoming a better person. Like, that's, he starts as a corpo, is forced into mercenary work, is doing everything he can to survive, finds a new meaning in life, and frees himself. Like, that's the simplified portion of the story. There's tons of other endings to the story, there's tons of other stories you can tell, but what an incredible journey that was to go through. And my second playthrough was also an incredible journey. Like, I've never been dissatisfied with any of the storytelling they did in the game. I love it. We've talked about Cyberpunk like 3 times on streams here. And I fucking love this fucking game. So, you know, like, I will stream it again. I might even do it tonight if I get the script for the Warhammer thing done in time. I don't expect everybody to be there. It'll be an off hour for a lot of folks. But I really, really love that game. It's truly a fantastic game. I can't stress enough how much I recommend it, especially on PC. If you've got a PC that can run it, PC's the place to play it. We do know that the Black Rage is from the spiritual corruption, not Jane Seed. Yeah, I don't know about that, because the Lamenters started to get it when they were supposed to not have it originally. So I don't know about that, Jagerbomb. I don't know. Sorry guys, I hate always drinking or eating on stream, but you gotta do what you gotta do. What's wrong? What did I do, Mark Davey? But yeah, they're all great storylines. And there's like, I'm sure even the Nomad story works for a lot of people. A lot of people really like it. It's just not for me. I think the Corpo and the Street Kid are the best starting points of the story. The Nomad one always felt kind of out of place. They said there's no darkness in the blood. Yeah, you know. I think that you have to remember that, like, there's different authors who lay their hands on these things. It's like, you know, I recommend, like, even though Luden harps on about it too much, I think Luden's very correct when there's no real canon. It's very hard to, like, until something's really written in stone, it's really hard to tell you what's canon and what's not, because a lot of it is just the confirmation bias of the author or the game designer at the time, and then they will retcon or change it so frequently or subtly shift it that it's just hard to tell. The comment about Sanguinius being used as a toilet deserves to be booed. That was nasty. Ew, no bacon for you. Well, man, first of all, I don't eat bacon. Perfect. We're in agreement. Second of all, there is an image that you're going to need to see, my friend. I have evidence here. Insurmountably accurate evidence, I should add. About Sanguinius, my friend, from our friend Pink, who has been in here as a guest before, not on stream, but he's been somebody who's shown up to watch these streams before. Pink's an amazing player. He frequently has defeated Valrak in multiple online instances. He's also pretty good at Dawn of War 2. Hold on, I have this picture, and I really think it's important if I find it. Further behind. Ah, yes, here we go. Here we go. Not really. No, I'm not really into either of them, Jagerbomb. Bacon's not really my thing anyway. So, I just want to point this out here. This is the most important image of our time. Hey, man, she's like, I got 2 better playthroughs to look forward to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. For the record, it's not my picture. It's not my picture, you guys. I just want to make that perfectly clear. It's not mine, but I did save it because it seems to have a ring of truth to it. If you look at him laying there, I'm look. You know, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. It's not me. Don't look at me. It's all pink. It's all pink. Pink's the one responsible for this, not me. I'm not the one responsible for this. You guys, I am too dignified. I'm too dignified to just say that Sanguinius is a toilet. That I would never say that. Pink would say that. I'm just saying that, you know, if the turd fits. Horus left the scene up. You know, Rogel Dorn, he just had to make sure that somebody flushed the toilet on the way out. That's all I'm saying. Not only does Bear share this image, but he saved it and stole it from him. That's right, you guys. This was an NFT. I stole it. I'm an internet criminal. I stole the NFT, my friends. No, well, no. I'm probably gonna start as Kislev. We'll see how I play it. You don't like? No, I love Blood Angels. I just like making fun of them. I love them. I absolutely love Blood Angels. I would say that probably my second or third favorite character. No, probably my third favorite character in the Imperium is Dante. Yeah, definitely. My first favorite character is Logan Grimnar. Before the abomination that is the latest Gavin Thorpe novel was released. Because oh my god, Dawn of Fire Space Wolves was awful. So you know, I loved Logan Grimnar. I don't know what to think of him now because like I'm just gonna try to ignore that Dawn of Fire book. That thing was a big piece of shit. Wolf Time was more like shit time. But Logan Grimnar is probably my favorite character, followed by Rabute Gulliman, followed by Dante. So I have mad respect for the Blood Angels. I really do. Like I even like you know, I joke about the Lamenters because they get killed by the Minotaurs, and I like the Minotaurs more than I like the Blood Angels. But you know, I even like the Lamenters. I really non-flushable toilet. Oh, not anymore. Not after Horus and Dorn were finished with him. But no, I really very much like the Blood Angels. I think they're a spectacular chapter. I really love their aesthetic. And I mean, today I talked about one of the greats of recent times, you know, which is, you know, we put up the Tycho video today with me basically saying that Tycho is a better character because he died. I would probably think less of Brother Captain Tycho if he was still alive right now. You know, like, so I have mad respect for Blood Angels. I just like making fun of them. Oh, I know, man. Like, every time they give Gavin a book, I'm like, no, stop. Please don't do this. And I am genuinely sure that Gavin is a great human being. Like, as a nice guy, he did some of the best stuff in 3rd edition and whatnot. Like, but this man is a really painful novelist. It just is really painful. There are some incredible novelists who they've had and have at Black Library, and not everything Gavin has ever done has been horrid, but there's a lot more misses than there are hits. There's a lot, and it's not the broad stories even, it's the choices that the characters make in his stories, his ability to structure them. There's just pain. Like, I just dodged them now. I just dodged them. When Gav Thorpe's on there, fuck that. Nope. We're not even going to give it a shot. I doubt it, Hamish. He's really dead. Like, he's really dead. He died a long time ago, even in lore now, too. Are you going to do a video dedicated to a character we voted for to die? I kind of implied with some of the character names I was dropping in there. You know, those are the characters that should die. Patty Baker, hello, brother. How'd the stream models go this evening? It went great. We had a great stream models. We did it for 2 hours. We've just been talking for the chat for the last 45 minutes, just, shooting the shit. Aries keeps on trying to harass me. Aries, what is it, buddy? What is it, Mr. Fuzz? You want to come up? You want to come up? You want to come up? Oh, it's Mr. Nups. Oh, it's Mr. Nups. Oh. Oh. You poor guy. Yeah, I know. You don't like it. I know. You like the better parts. It's okay. You're a good boy. You a good boy? You're a lucky boy, you know that, buddy? Oh, you want more of the cuddles, don't you? Oh, yeah. As soon as I stopped rubbing his belly, he, of course, goes right for my face. Don't you, little fur burger? Graham McNeil writes great characters, but always they have to fight green blobs. Priests of Mars. Yeah, I know. I'm interested in new author stories coming out in the successor bundle books. New blood points, and blame or acclaim. Yeah, I agree. I've had 20,000 points of orcs, so I wanted a lot of them. So I needed more bikers, and I wanted to have 3 of every buggy. I have almost 3 of every buggy, and that's why I did it. Yep. We're working on 2 buggies, actually. I never finished them. They're sitting on my shelf over there. I'll have to wash them off of the dust and finish painting those at some point, too. Might be something I do if I finish these Tau sooner than the end of the month, and that's only if we hit that 1,300 subscribers by the end of the month, boys. 1,300 by the end of the month, and we will do the Night Lords next month. 1,300. Can we make it? Can we climb that high? Can we get that far? I don't know, but we can try. Interesting. Sorry for that. Just a message. You'll have to forgive me. But yeah, no, it's the same reason why I have 3 Kill Teams boxes. I wanted the Orcs out of them, and then I wanted the Kriegers. Now I want to get even more Kriegers. So we'll see how my unemployment check goes this Friday, and we'll see how YouTube is by the end of this month. I may have to... Yeah, I could do that all before the end of March. If it's very good, I'll pick up a bunch more Kriegers. And just make sure I have a nice base of them to use for an army, and then I'll paint Kriegers at some point in the future as well. I love Krieg. I really love Krieg. Krieg is like... I'm a huge fan of Krieg. Who do you see crossing the Rubicon next? Azrael. Azrael or Logan Grimnar. Yeah. It depends on who they do first. If they do Dark Angels first, then Azrael. If they do Space Wolves first, then Grimnar or some other Space Wolf character. And if they do Blood Angels first, Dante. Next, 10th edition is going to be the edition where they flesh out all these Marine ranges. That's coming. So whoever is the first major Space Marine faction released for 10th edition, and not generic Space Marines, but whoever is the big, like, oh, Space Wolves go first, Space Wolves get Logan. Dark Angels go first, Dark Angels get Azrael. And whoever goes first is probably getting their Primarch too. So I would expect Dante to be a Helbrecht / Primarch level model as well, because he's kind of their equivalent of Sanguinius. They should never bring back Sanguinius, as I implied in my video. It is just not wise. It's not a good thing to do. It's not good for the setting to bring back Sanguinius. Sometimes dead is better. It's like Pet Cemetery. Sometimes dead is better. For any of you who haven't seen my new video yet, because I'm sure some of you haven't, I did come out with a video called Plot Armor. I do recommend it. It's probably the best video I've done on the channel. Please consider looking at it and adding content to it for after you finish watching it if you enjoy it. But it is a really, in my opinion, it's a really good video, and I really do hope that it gets more traction, because right now it's really not done very well. Karn already has a new model, Leston. They're not going to give you a new Karn model. You're getting this. That model's only a few years old. That's the Karn you came in with. That's the Karn you leave with. We already have Karn at home. You'll get Angron. Ultramarines will probably get a new character model depending on the types of units that they release in 10th edition with them. So, you know, Sergeant Tellian, for instance, might get a model. Watch it, boyos. It's good. I think it's the best video I've done on the channel. You know, we can watch it here on stream with you guys. It's my own thing. There's no copyright. Why not? There's not many of you guys here, but I think that it's probably the best thing I've put on the channel so far, just to be honest with you. You know, I was hoping that quality would see it do a little better, but no. No, I think not. It's not how it works. So what we'll do here is I'll flip this around. Yeah, we'll take a look here. Take a look here, boys.
To be a man in such times is to be amongst untold trillions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology, for much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim dark future there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods.
Welcome, everyone. This video is my opportunity to talk about something very important to me. It's an aspect of an overall piece which makes up any fictional world. That is of immersion and credibility. And, in the case of Warhammer 40,000, the lack of the spectre of death seems to be a great challenge to that immersion and credibility indeed. Now, to be clear, countless people are killed in the setting of Warhammer 40,000. Billions of people would die at a whim every day. Though the Imperium is called a million worlds, in reality it would be tens of millions, and the term is used to describe an endless number, rather than to put specifics behind it. Soldiers fight and die every day. Civilians are churned up in the horror of imperial industrialization. Others are sent to slave away on agricultural worlds in miserable and dangerous conditions. The all-consuming scale and scope of the death and destruction wrought on mankind, even from its own hand, is rather terrifying. And that's before the threats from the outside as well, which see the slaughter of countless peoples. Tyranids consume worlds, chaos twists the minds and bend reality before shredding whole systems. The violence of aliens such as the Orcs, Eldari, and Tau are also visited with liberal amounts upon mankind. There are threats abound and danger creeps around every corner. Unless, of course, you are a named character with a miniature. How do I mean this? Well, the truth is billions may die every day in the Imperium. Worlds may even be completely annihilated by exterminatus or some other horrific means, such as being devoured by alien horrors. But rest assured, no matter how dangerous the battlefield, no matter how bleak the situation, no matter how damning the consequences may seem, the characters in question will doggedly find a way to survive. Sometimes that's fine. Sometimes that's good storytelling, even. It may not be great storytelling if it follows the same script over and over again. Of course, some may argue that we should suspend our disbelief. It is, after all, a universe where people travel through what is effectively hell, or where people think the Lehman Russ battle tank is anything other than a badly made technical from the interwar years of World War I and World War II. When we look at the example of Manius Calgar, we get a story that, if we follow the bullet points, reads as follows. He fought Khorne cultists as a child, and won, and stole, or honored, the name of his dead friend, who actually died in the fighting. Marnius led a breach onto a Tyranid hive ship. He held off an Orc invasion for 1 full day by himself, though this was later retconned. He defeated an Eldar avatar of Cain, the god of war, in singles combat. He defeated the demon prince Makari, though who hasn't? He has slain the Swarm Lord. He survived a Night Lord's ambush and rallied a feudal world to defeat several hundred Chaos Space Marines. And, most importantly of all, he outwitted and defeated Abaddon the Despoiler, War Master of Chaos, on the surface of Vigilus. In many instances, he was nearly killed, suffering grievous injuries and enduring on despite the catastrophic damage to his body. Calgar is more Superman than he is soldier at this point, and not simply as a space marine, but his place within the larger story of Warhammer 40,000. Perhaps that's not such a bad thing even, except he's not the only Superman, and this isn't a comic book universe. Some characters may not have the same fantastical record as Calgar, but figures such as Logan Grimnar, Sebastian Yarrick, Kaldor Drago, who has a more fantastical story to be fair, and others have similar displays of enormity, while still having the protection of an immense amount of plot armor. It's not to say these stories are all bad. Again, they're not. But what they do when the hero is put on the forefront time and time again is they remove the credibility of the setting, and they place these stories into an increasingly strange, almost comedic setting. The thing is, it was not always so. There's an example of a great character, who did great things, who had a model on the tabletop, and his name is Erasimus Tycho. Certainly, he has his own element of exaggerated storytelling, but it doesn't become as extreme as the examples of Drago or Calgar. What does set him aside from the others, however, was the fact that Erasimus did something which the overwhelming majority of humanity has done, both in real life and in Warhammer 40,000. He died. He met his end in a vicious battle over Hive Tempestora on Armageddon, dying as he fell to the Black Rage, while being a part of a death company that was pitted against the horde of orcs, and dying in epic fashion atop a mound of green-skinned corpses in a display of ultra-violence. It's a death still memorable at this time, over 20 years later. But why is that? I believe it is, for more reason than any others, because Tycho, at one time, added credibility to the world of Warhammer 40,000 with his passing. He fought across 100 battlefields, fought the horrors of the galaxy from orcs to Tyranids to chaos. He lost half his face to a weird boy and was slowly driven to the Black Rage before dying in the Third War of Armageddon. And we got to see his story unfold in battle reports and stories. Tycho was a reminder, in many senses, upon his death, that characters in Warhammer 40,000 were not immortal. Others have died as well, including notable ones such as Lord Solar Macarius. Unva of the Tau was killed in a horrific way by a Culexus assassin, replaced only by a horrifying AI monstrosity after his death. Sergeant Joran Kell has also been killed in action, dying upon the surface of Cadia, one of the few characters since 3rd edition to do so. Balthazar of the Blood Angels was killed as well, though his only canonical model was from the 6th edition starter set, and it wasn't broadly made available outside of that. Eldrad Ulthran was killed during the Eye of Terror campaign during 3rd edition, but this was later retconned out of existence, removing a key moment from the setting. But these examples are few and far between. The setting itself is built on the premise that death looms, but it doesn't seem to for a chosen few. Even among the fans themselves, there's a call to reverse deaths dating as far back as the Horus Heresy, ranging from Primarchs to Captains. But these people don't understand storytelling, in my opinion. The truth is, what strife or tension is there for the audience or the players if every one of these characters are functionally immortal? Are we to believe Calgar's life is ever in jeopardy now that he has a new model? Are we to believe that Rabute Gelliman wouldn't survive the Gardens of Nurgle when he has a model, and therefore is essentially unkillable? Even his brother Mortarion can never truly die, as he has a miniature as well. Abaddon the Despoiler or Logan Grimnar have little prospect of death as well. This is not a call for these characters to die, to be very clear. But just because these characters have a model shouldn't remove their ability to die in the lore. If the model is great, and they have a worthy story, and that story is enhanced furthermore by their deaths, then there should be no shame in removing that piece from the board, as it were, as a narrative element. Finishing stories is a part of every setting and a part of life. And let's be honest, if a notable character died every now and then, it'd give opportunity for new characters to appear. And best of all, it'd lend some credibility to the idea of that in the grim, dark future of the 42nd millennia, there is only war. As a final aside, rounding back to the beginning of our story, Marneus Calgar crossed the Rubicon Primaris before taking the field on Vigilus. Would it have not made more sense for him to cross it afterwards? After Abaddon had, quote, killed him, unquote, with the Talon of Horus? Saving his life and creating a plot point to follow up on? This would have at least given the appearance that plot armor had its limitations, much as what happened with the shameful display of Ragnar Blackmane and Ghazghkull Thraka as well. In short, the world of Warhammer 40,000 is a dark and hellish nightmare. That nightmare should not be repulsed so easily by plot armor. Thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. There we go. So, that's just an example of, that's the type of stuff that, I've been focusing towards in terms of new content, right? So that's the style of video I make. I think that it's kind of criminal that it's got 100 views when most of my other videos by now would have 200, so it's doing about half as well as usual. I'm like, oh god. It's but I think it's better. I genuinely think it's better. So I don't fully understand why it has done poorly. It's I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I don't expect the world out of my videos. I don't expect them to do exceptionally well. They're not the primary focus of the channel, but they are an important part of the channel. But watching one where I'm like, yeah, I think this is a really good new style. Yeah, I think the delivery was really good. How I wrote it was really good. I made one mistake in it, but whatever. I made sure I, put the note in there. It's just instead it's just It's like, how many people have listened to this? 6. You're like, what? Like, I actually thought, I had a glimmer of hope that I was like, maybe this thing will actually crack and it'd be like, you know, an opening video where it gets good views out the gate, because it's very, like, I think it's very well done. I put the video out, nobody gives a shit. I'm like, oh. I mean, like, you have to understand, the public is never wrong. Just to be totally clear. The public is not wrong. So, even though I like the way that I did this, if nobody wants to see it, then the public... Algaroth is a cruel master. I know, right? They're like... No, but the thing is nobody did the click-through on it. That's the truth of the matter is. Like, I can see the reach. It just didn't get the click-through. It is the lowest click-through rate of any video I've ever made. It got a lot of impressions, Mark Davey, and not a lot of clicks. It's different than that, Jorg. Because, like, so, just to give you... I'll give you guys an example here, actually. I'll show you guys, even. So... I normally expect to have about a 7, sometimes even a 15% click-through rate on my videos, which is pretty high, right? Like, I will show you guys here. Like, and I don't mind telling you guys about this. This is just how it works, right? So when you see here, it was given out actually 2,000 times. That's and of 2,000 people, 71 clicked on it. So that means it could be a thumbnail issue. That could be it. A title and thumbnail issue might be it. I'm not quite sure if that's the case, because I think the video itself is actually quite good. I would actually argue it's better than what a lot of 40K content creators create. And I'm not saying that because I made it. I'm like, no, this really comes together really well. It's got a great narrative behind it. Thank you very much, Leslie
I licked
Jones.
it. Fudge the public.
I don't have an opinion of fudge the public. Don't put that on me. Whoa. No, but no, like, it might be a use Eldrad what? No, but that's just the thing, that I really don't want clickbait. And so eventually I may have to commission somebody to do thumbnails for me, but, you know, again, that's something that's not really viable at this time. It's not really viable at this time. You know, like, I'm a one-man operation for a reason, because, like, you know, the channel has to grow, ironically enough, for us to get to the point where I would have someone making thumbnails for me. You know, like, that's kind of that's the conundrum. But I do think that it's it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate for me that you know, the click-through rate was really low. So, you know, is it the thumbnail's fault? Is it today's fault? I don't think so, because it actually got a lot of impressions out. It's the low click-through rate. So people got the video a lot of times. So they're like, oh, wow, yeah, you know, here you go. Check it out. And they're like, no. It's like, okay. It's probably the thumbnail, maybe, but, like, you know, the problem is I'm not by any means, like, a great Photoshop artist. It's one of the weakest skill sets I have. So unfortunately, you know, when it comes to thumbnails, it's not going to be a really good thing for me in that respect. And, you know, I could look into hiring somebody to do thumbnails for me, but, you know, that hits a barrier pretty quickly in terms of cost. So, you know, I'll have to examine, you know, how I want to do things going forward. I don't mind editing my own videos. I think editing them is no problem. But when it comes to that thumbnail, oh boy. Like, you know, I thought the thumbnail wasn't bad, but, like, I'm guessing just people... I'm not going to be putting a fucking shock face on the thumbnail. You know, it's just like, no, I'm good. Like, that's the thing, like, it's to be honest, the very reason why I'm not on Twitch at all, have no presence on Twitch, is I think the platform is shameful. Like, I'm not a religious person or anything like that, but, like, it's a softcore pornography site. That's what it is. Like, and you can say it's a gamer site or whatever. Let's be real, it's a softcore porn site. And I just don't want to be on a softcore porn site. You know, like, even if you're like, no, but you're not in that section of the site. You're not there as all these girls lick their fucking microphones in a bikini. It's like, I'm good, man. It's like, I'm good. I'm okay. I don't think we need to do this today. So that's just the thing, right? Like, it's the same reason why I don't go poaching and stuff like that. You know, I like to think that I have standards as a person, as a human being. Like, I have principles, and I'm hoping that the channel will. Like, I'm willing to do things to, like, you know, I've put myself in a difficult situation where I really don't want to paint Night Lords, and I may have to paint Night Lords. Once we have a membership program, I really don't want to paint tacky Canadian Marines, but I'm putting these things up. These are things that you know, the user base themselves will want me to do, and that's fine. That's fair. No problem. So, you know, like, that's just the thing, right? Like, it's I'm aware of, you know, doing things that I don't think are awesome to potentially inspire people to join or to get subs and things like that. That's fine, but there's limits to that, and like, I genuinely just want to have, in terms of how I never, like, I'm one of those people who doesn't lie on a resume. Think of it that way. I think that clickbait titles are lying on a resume. Oh damn! I thought you were done streaming. My bad. No, it's all right, J-Man the Marine. No, we've been on for a little while. Like, I'm probably going to be signing. I was actually intending on signing off a half hour ago, but we've just been talking about a lot of stuff today. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can do a better job with the thumbnails in the meantime, because again, I don't think it's really going to be possible for me to get a thumbnail guy anytime soon. Right. It's all good, Byron. And I hate that shit so much. I remember every time I've ever done a resume, if I'm ever getting help, either from a family member or for a professional, being like, oh, you should really put this on there. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't do that. They're like, yeah, you didn't do that, but it makes it look better. It's not a lie. It's just, you know, making it look a bit better than it is. It's like, that's not what I've done. It's like, don't worry about it, bro. You're not a bin man. You're a recycling and waste transportation technician. I know, right? What else could they do for Phobos? I mean, like, Phobos is a pretty fleshed out lineup, to be honest with you. It's got vehicles in the speeders. It's got the infiltrators. It's got the incursors. It's got reavers. I think reavers are terrible, but it does have them. I mean, to some extent, it even has the suppressors, which is a type of Phobos armor. They've got the eliminators as well, and the last fusiliers. There's really not a whole lot you can really add to that, because you're not going to really, like, they're not going to be a hard shock infantry army either. It shouldn't be that. So, like, you know, they're light armored Space Marine infantry. They kind of filled most of the roles they need to do with them. Burn it. Burn what? Why you gotta be like this, Hamish? Bad news. I upvoted a Grim Dank because it was a Tau dunking on Eldar. Sorry for the topicness. No, it's all right, Andrew. It's all right. I forgive you. You know, people sin every day. No, you know what? Not everything on Grim Dank is awful all the time. It's not. It's just weird when it's like, it's 90% of what's on there is people like, oh, boobs, penis boobs. I'm like, okay. That's an interesting take. Penis boobs. You see girl sexy, but oh, no approach girl. Oh, it's like, man, the incels. Oh, you can smell the incel out of there. It's like, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not going on a bunch of dates. It's not because I'm not in the mating game at the moment. But man, like, you can feel that desperation in there, boys. You can feel that somebody's in there and not really happy about their state of life. Right, it's breezed over the thumbnails, and I think the white text being over lightened backgrounds, I can't do it on a phone, but there is some way to separate the. Yeah, there. I use GIMP because I don't have Photoshop, and I don't know how to. I don't see the option to put the text in other forms, and I don't have any artistic text to like manually create overhead, unfortunately. So we'll see. But yeah, like, I'll try to figure something out for it because I think the thumbnails are probably not helping at the moment. But that's the only thing I can think of because I actually think the quality of the videos seem to be going up, but you know, the other things I would expect to see along with it have not been happening. So I think it's got to be a thumbnail issue. I'm just not sure how I'm going to solve it. And again, the channel's just not really in a position where I can hire somebody on for it at the moment. And that means I got to do it myself, to be clear. I don't ask people to do stuff unless they're going to be paid for it. Like, I know Jive, for instance, has been working on some art for me, and he, out of his own volition, he dropped it on me. He's like, oh, I know this cool art. I'm like, that's great, man. But I feel guilty because, like, I don't think people should work for free. That's a real belief of mine. And I mean that sincerely, guys. Like, I'm ironically enough, like, you could say that being on YouTube is a grift. I provide an entertainment product for you guys. That's why I'm here. And I think that if I'm getting work done from anyone else, they should be paid for it. So that's... J-Man, the topic of the next video is going to be how Warhammer Total War saved and resurrected Warhammer the Old World. That's going to be the next video. We're going to talk... It's going to be probably a longer format video talking a bit about how Chapter House brought down Warhammer Fantasy, how the copyright issues killed Warhammer Fantasy, how Age of Sigmar spun out of that and has devolved into a disaster, and how a savior is arriving on a winged horse in the background because of a project that Games Workshop didn't even think was going to be successful. I think it's going to... the topic makes it the potential to be one of the best videos I've ever made. So we'll see. Painted Lehman Russ, I'll knock some thumbnails out for you. To be clear, I have zero artistic talent or experience with these types of things. I'm okay. So, the reason why I have to get that video up before Thursday, by the way, J-Man, because I'm going to be streaming Warhammer Total War when it comes out. I'm going to be preloading it. I'm going to be playing it as soon as it's available. We are going to live stream that the night of. I will be doing multiple long live streams of it. I have no problem with doing that just because I love Total War and I love Warhammer Fantasy. This is principally a 40k channel, but it is still something Games Workshop adjacent. So I will be doing a lot of that. And yes, that means the next video is going to be about that. It's going to be topical. It's going to be for this week. Yeah, that's going to be what it's about. Painting white's not that bad. Did you see the tutorial I always send people to for artists? For Artist Opus, they have a really easy way to paint white. Oh, I glue them onto little bits of sprue. So I cut out a piece of sprue that's relatively long, I glue them on, I prime them specifically on that sprue bit, and then I go through holding the sprue bit and I paint them on there and pop them off when they're done and drop them in the Marine in question or the Eldar in question or whatever in question. That's how she goes. No problem. Easy peasy. I paint all the heads separately. I put them on the sprue bits, or I put them on spears, or extra weapons I didn't use. I chop them up, glue the head on, and use it as a stick. But no worries, funny. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it, I think, for today. I think that, I've stayed on a bit longer than I thought I was going to. Thank you guys for being here with me. I know the last hour we dropped in the concurrent viewer count, but it's all right just to talk to people for a while. So yeah, I hope I didn't bore people too badly with today's with the after part of today's stream. We did actually, even though we dropped subs, we did go up back to where we were before by the end of the stream. So that's very exciting. By the way, we actually lost subs. Just finished basing my mini. Oh, that's awesome, Big Brain. But here's my favorite part. You guys are gonna love this. Not only did plot armor not do well, it lost me subs. Gotta head off now. Yeah, I'm heading off now too, man. Great stream, Bear. Thanks for the feedback on the stream models. Absolutely, you know I'm here for it, dude. We're here to make sure everybody... the tide rises all ships. But, alright, boys. I think that's it for me as well. You might get a Cyberpunk stream out of me today if I can get that script done tonight. With that being said, Thank you, everybody, for joining me here today. Thank you for listening to me for the last hour. You know how it is. You know how it be. And I will catch all you guys next time.